Was it my mic? Oh, that's hilarious. I thought my mic was muted, and I unmuted, and then I muted. What a good start. Okay, well, we'll just get onto it. We'll just get right into it. Let me actually. Am I live? I'm live, right? I forgot how to stream, y'all. It's been a bit. It's been quite a bit. I'm streaming. Okay, great. Love that for me. All right, let's get started. Hey, y'all. Hello. Welcome to yet another stream. And yet another introduction of which I don't know what I'm doing. Shino the Penguin. Today, man, it's Thursday, if you didn't know. I knew that. I just knew that. I just figured that out. Oh boy, what a good start. Yeah, so it's been a while since we did a American Truck Simulator stream. I'm not gonna lie, I have actually not been playing this game that much, recently. For reasons I might get into, or I actually don't know the real reasons. I have my reasons, or I have my, how do you say? I have my theories. I have my theories for why I'm not playing this game as much. But we'll get into that because this is another good old Truckin and Yappin. As you can see by the title, it's now trademarked, totally legit, totally 100%. So yeah, we'll do a Truckin and Yappin, and I'm excited for this one because. It's a special day, y'all. It's we got the new map DLC. I'm always excited whenever a new map comes out. It's kind of an interesting time too because Euro Truck Simulator, which I actually don't play that much, even less so than ATS, also came out with the map pretty recently. I want to say like less than a week ago. They came out with the Nordic Horizons. Just came out with Norway, Sweden, and Finland. I've heard great reviews from it, and from the limited amount of time I've driven in that game, in Norway, or I think it was Finland, one of those countries, beautiful. Oh, chef's kiss, beautiful. So I was thinking of streaming that. Actually going, that was something I actually wanted to do last week. I was like thinking maybe I should buy that and then get it and then play it and then drive and then do what I'm doing right now. But I realized then it's just like, oh wait, the Louisiana's coming out pretty soon for ATS, and I'm like, well, you know what, I play ATS a lot more, so I figure, you know, let's just wait for that, and then maybe in the future I might go dive into some Euro Truck later. But for now, I think this is gonna be good enough. And I apologize if the audio is a bit different. I did adjust my mic a little bit, so I can't tell. We'll see in the VODs. You know, in hindsight, maybe I could have done some testing, but also I don't know, I just lazy. That's the right way of putting it. But we'll see. If it's too loud, too quiet, I'll have to figure that out. And also, I think the music should be good. Might be a little loud, or a little quiet. Honestly, I preferred quiet over being loud because I just wanted to. I don't want it to be silent. You know, silent streams are just kind of awkward. You want to have at least some ambient noise. And like when you're playing this game, American Truck Simulator, there isn't really that much other than the noise of the highways. So not too much going on there otherwise. But with that being said, let's actually dive into the game, shall we? We shall. Okay. I got it all booted up. We got it ready to go. Let's move on down. I keep saying that I need to remap my macro pad that I have here of all the buttons that I have. I don't remember which button I pressed to get to the PC game here. Oh, it's not even showing up. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to do. I forgot to set that up. Ha 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 ha. Expert streaming. Expert streamer. Everybody's favorite expert streaming content. No worries. Luckily, OBS has made it a lot more easier to switch that around. So we got that going. We love a bit of scuff in our whatchamacallits, streams. Those are what they're called, right? That's what they're called? Why is there no game audio? That's interesting. Hold on. There should be at least game audio. Did I not get the game audio set up correctly? No, it's on the American Truck Simulator. That's concerning. Oh, I turned off the audio. I turned off the menu. Soundtrack. That is a thing I think I did before. Alright. I'm gonna keep an eye on the game audio to make sure it's working. Please. I guess we'll see if once I start driving. I opened this up just to make sure there aren't any like updates I need to download before starting this stream. There wasn't really anything too crazy, but if we look here, so I transported myself over here to Beaumont so we can get a nice little drive over to Louisiana. Look at that! Wow, new map. Wow, look at all these. Look at this unexplored territory. We are going to explore today. The Louisiana Purchase. Just kidding, it's the Louisiana State. I'm excited. I think this one's gonna be interesting because Louisiana has a lot of kind of interesting landscapes and stuff. So I'm excited to see how they modeled it, and if it's anything like the most recent DLCs that have come out, I'm expecting good things to good backgrounds and stuff. So we'll see how that goes, but I still don't see any game audio, but let's just set something up right now. Let's start at Beaumont and let's see if we can get something going into Louisiana. There we go. That's a good one. We can go down to Port Forchan. Port Forchan. We can go to Shreveport. Well, we can go to but that takes us to Texas. That just doesn't really get us to Louisiana that quickly. We can go to Alexandria. I think I'll go for the higher paying job over here. We'll transport some weed over to the port. I'm assuming this port will then go over to the Gulf of Mexico, and we'll go from there. Okay, yeah, game audio is working? Hold on. Maybe? Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Love that for me. Okay. That's the first test. The second test is to hide my firefly. I really wish I can arrange it. I really wish I could just drag stuff in OBS and the audio mixers, but you can't. So I love that for me. I know there's a cheatsy way of doing it. Like I've seen like ways to like kind of to whatchamacallit, the way I've done it is like kind of just numbering them so that it, because I think it shows up alphabetically, so I can just kind of move this down so I don't, because I want to see all of these, but I think that's good. It's okay. We have everything working. All right, there we go. Hey, Raze, what's up? Good seeing you. Good seeing. Yeah, I just assume you're on your drive back. Hope your work wasn't too horrible. Yeah. Okay, you're hearing it. Good. Driving home. Just want to stop by real quick. Appreciate it. Much appreciated, especially since I don't really. American Truck Simulator is just. This is more my Yappy game. So, ooh, this is a good song. I like this song. This is actually one in my playlist. And I am ready to talk because I had my boba and I am all hyped up, sugared up, ready to go. So let's get into it. Yeah, let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. Got to get all my driving stuff ready. Okay, we're good. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Ooh, I got a new email. Oh, it's probably them saying like, oh, you got new special transports or whatever. Yeah, new special transports. Wow, look at that. It's because it's Louisiana. You can also take new ones in Louisiana. I don't know what that voice. I don't know. What am I doing? This is what happens when I have boba. Apparently, I just get into a sugar high, which is the equivalent of some people's. I don't know. Equivalent of some people's drinking. Back to like I said earlier this stream, I haven't actually played this game in quite a bit. And I want to say the main reason is because, you know, I talked earlier about, before I moved over here to LA, I've been like, oh, I like driving, you know, it's like, it's actually kind of nice, you know, and that's why I played this game, so to kind of experience the idea of driving. But now that I actually have a commute to and from my office, which takes round trip an hour usually, which isn't really the worst. Granted, it's actually kind of around the same time as my previous commute, which was by train, so not horrible. And it's kind of nice because, you know, I don't have to be in a crowd of people. I can, you know, like I can turn up my music. I can do all that fun stuff there. But it does make me think maybe that's, you know, doing that 3 days a week, actually 4 days a week this week, which I'll get into a bit more later, but doing that 3 days a week, I think is just kind of, you know, that's like enough driving plus music for me, so I don't necessarily have to play this game. I don't know, that's kind of my biggest, my like, the biggest theory I have as to why I'm not playing this game as much as I used to. Having said that, I still do, don't get me wrong, I still love playing this, or, yeah, I still like this game, you know. It has its own charm to it. I don't know. It's different, right? You know, it's just like you're not so focused. You can do whatever the hell you want, like how I'm doing right now, how I'm speeding and just gonna run this red light casually. But yeah, it's just kind of nice pretending you're fulfilling your dreams of, uh-oh, can I beat this train? Oh, let's find out. Oh, screw you, train. Screw the rules. I have money. Screw the rules. I have green hair. Oh boy. But yeah, let's see. A lot that I not need to talk about, but there's a lot of topics I had, you know, in mind. Biggest of note, maybe not biggest of note, but top of mind for me at least, is that I've been going to the office more often, starting this week, just because my company has a kind of number of days that you're supposed to be in the office. And so my bosses were like, you know, with the holidays coming up, because we usually go to the office 3 days a week. I've said this before, Mondays through Wednesdays, and then Thursday or Friday is kind of the work from home day, which is kind of nice. I can kind of be a bit more chill. Not saying that I don't do work, but you know, no, I still get shit done. You know, that's how it really is. As long as you get your shit done, you know, it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, so usually, you know, today is the day I'm, you know, not working in the office, but today is the first week of the next 3 weeks where I'm going to be working 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. And man, do I have to say, It's not too bad. I'm just like, the only problem I have, and I think this is more specific to kind of right now sort of thing, is that I just don't really have that much to do, which actually, I mean, for some people that may be a good thing. Like, it's like, oh, you don't have to do anything, you know, you don't have to be too stressed out, you can just kind of do whatever, but I don't know, I kind of wish I had stuff to do right now. I mean, I do have stuff, it's just, the issue is that I don't have, all the stuff that I have right now, all the projects I'm working on are kind of on the same kind of level of waiting for feedback. If you don't know, like, I guess to put it in the most vague way, I create dashboards. That's kind of been my main thing for this new job. So I've been doing that for kind of other teams in the company. It's kind of an internal thing, so it's not just like, oh, like we other external clients. Which that was my biggest gripe with my previous job when I was working as a data analyst, just kind of creating dashboards for our clients and having to deal with client relations, which if you don't know, I am not the most outgoing person, I'm not the most sociable person, I'm not the best social skilled person. So it's just, yeah, having to deal with, you know, like not only fulfilling requests for clients, but also kind of figuring out different personalities, like how do you want this, how do you want that sort of thing. It's just kind of, and there's still a little bit of aspect to that you kind of need to have for the job I have right now, but I think it's a little bit better just because the number of the clients that you, or I guess the audience that you have is a bit more expected, you know, like it's one that you kind of know a little bit better. It's not, you don't have to do the whole like stage of having to do the whole, like, you know, vetting of people, be like, oh, how's this guy, like, what is this guy like? Is he going to be an asshole? Is he going to be like, oh, are they going to be good? That kind of thing. Like, how do I have to deal with them? For the most part, like, most of the people that I work with are, like, it's a small subset, right? It's not the whole, like, you know, like, having to deal with all that. There's a little bit of that initially, but once you're kind of figure that out, that it's like, okay, great, I don't have to deal with that too much, and then we already kind of worked with each other so much that it's just like, yeah, we can just kind of deal with that. Please tell me this is this is right. Okay, I was like, I just like, actually, wait a second. Okay, hey, what are you doing, sir? What is your job? What is this guy doing? He's just like, he's just standing there. He's just like, oh, let me count the number of ants on the ground. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me put it on my tablet here. What is this guy doing? Hello? Are you trying? Like... All right, I'll let you get on with your day then. All right, have a good one. But yeah, no. So it's been honestly, is I don't know the lightest way of putting it, but like it's just basically like me trying to look like I'm actually doing work when I'm really, to be quite honest, just kind of shooting the shit and just making sure, like, passing the time before I inevitably go home. So I've been leaving a bit earlier more often than not. So the nice thing, it's both a nice thing and like kind of an annoyance, is that my company works, or like the people in my office start super early for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of the nature of our hello, sir. Okay, well I guess they had the right of way. Excuse me, honk honk. Hey. Okay, what the hell is wrong with this AI? Excuse me, I had the right of way. Fuck yourself. Sounds like, no, I don't get that angry when I'm actually driving IRL. There are instances when people can be really stupid, but I don't know, man, road rage can get pretty bad. I feel like, maybe not in here, but there's definitely areas where you probably don't want to be too, you know, like middle finger out the window sort of thing. Because that can lead to some pretty bad instances, let's just say. You kind of just want to keep your aim, just kind of be the smarter, not smarter, be the what's the right term for that? Be the higher party. I don't fucking, yeah, be high. You know, drive high. That's the lesson we're learning. All right, screw the rules. I have money. Also, I turned off traffic violations, so it doesn't really matter at this point. What was I saying? Oh, right, so yeah, just kind of figuring out what to do. And like, the nice thing is that, yeah, my everybody kind of starts early. It's crazy because I know people, even in my team, who start like 6 a.m. Because I think one of the biggest thing is like they live all the way in, I actually shouldn't say where it is, because otherwise it'd be like, oh, it's far away from that, and I don't want to say where my company is, and I don't want to say where I live. Let's just say it's all in the general Southern California area. And if you know anything about this area, it's that there's traffic. Traffic is infamous. So, which, you know, honestly, for me, the traffic is usually not that bad. I'm fortunate in the fact that my commute is kind of goes against the grain of traffic. So, like, I usually see, like, oh, I'm not doing a good job of turning, I realize, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my commute usually is just, like, not too horrible. Like, there are definitely times when, I think, when crashes happen, and then that's, like, when it kind of backs up. For the loud words. But for the most part, what are you doing? Oh, it's a green light. Okay, that was misleading. I'm not gonna lie, that was misleading. I saw the green light, but it was for the previous intersection. That was my fault. And I say blue light because actually in Korean they refer to it as a blue light, paranbur, which I think is really interesting. I don't know. It's one of the many oddities of the Korean language. The more you know. So yeah, blue lights. What was I saying? Right, okay. This is what happens when you get me hyped up on sugar, apparently. It's just, I just go all hyper and I just start talking a mile a minute, but that's usually pretty good for these types of things anyway. Oh, can I squeeze through? I sure can. Fuck the police. Oh, that's gonna be a tight squeeze. Haha, that's what she said? Hell yeah, baby, that is what she said. Okay. Fuck the haters. Alright. Okay, I've been spending, I think, the last 10 minutes trying to make my point. Basically, we start really early, and yeah, I know people who start at like 6 a.m. Most of the people usually get there by like 8 a.m., which is crazy, and that's usually around the time I get there, is like 8 a.m. So I usually work like 8 to 4. So that is kind of the nice thing, where it's like, okay, well, I have to wake up early, I have to drive early, that's annoying, but it means I can also kind of leave early. And in my case, especially this week, I've actually been leaving a little bit more earlier. And, you know, nothing too, I guess, penalizing about that. Nobody really cares about that, especially, and this is I guess, the key point, is that all my bosses are currently at a conference right now. So there's no bosses in the office. So I can do whatever the hell I want. Well, not really, but, like, yeah, it's been a bit more of definitely a quieter week, because not my manager, but like he kind of acts as a manager. I think his role is manager, but my actual manager is like our director of like analytics or whatever, who I've actually worked with before in the past, and that's how I actually got the job in the first place. I think I might have told this story before, but I was, you know, when I was still looking for a job, I was like, okay, I'm getting desperate. You know, it's been like, you know, 4 or 5 months at that point since I got laid off, and I've gotten nowhere. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just put a post on LinkedIn, be like, hey, I'm looking for a job, is anybody hiring? And, you know, lucky for me, yeah, he reached out, I was like, hey, I have a job, you interested? And I'm like, sure. And it's like, okay. And it's like, all right, but then you have to move over here. And it's like, well, that's fine. And then that's how, and then it all snowballed into that. So it all works out, you know. It's the old saying goes, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Which, unfortunately, that is kind of the case in this job market, this shitty-ass job market. I'm gonna shut up now because we're about to approach, finally, leaving Texas and going to where we want to be, which is Louisiana. We're about to... The reason why I chose Beaumont instead of any other place to enter Louisiana was because there is a bridge, I think. There should be a bridge. Is there not a bridge? Did I get debated? Did I get duped? I think I got duped, y'all. Oh, wait, this is the 10? That's hilarious, because there's the 10 in where I live, too. It goes all the way here. There was no bridge. Oh, welcome to Louisiana. There we go, boys. We're here in Louisiana. Hell yeah. I don't know what accent I'm making, but it's the Cajun accent. The famous Louisiana Cajun accent. Oh, boy. Uncharted territory. 210. Wait a second. 210? Hold on a minute. There's the 210 is, a highway that I am very familiar with. That's interesting. Hey, there we go. We discovered a city, Lake Charles, even though I don't think we've even passed the city, but there we go. We did it. Nice. Look at that. We did it. We're winning. Move that down a little bit. Okay, great. Cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna pay attention to the map, make sure I'm not gonna miss an exit, but I think we're good. Yeah, okay, there's the bridge. Okay, I was not... I swear, I was like, there's definitely, like... I remember driving, I think it was, like, Texas or something. I was like, oh, there's a bridge. Or maybe it was somewhere else. Maybe it was Missouri. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. Also, I'm very bad with my memory, so that's another thing, too. But... yeah, okay. Honk, honk. Honk, 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 honk. Okay, I can't see. I can't see without my glasses. My glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Well, I don't wear glasses, I wear contacts. That's a whole nother story. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you slowing down? This is exactly like how I'm driving on the highway when I'm on the left lane and suddenly the car slows down. It's like, why are you slowing down? Why are we slowing? Wait, why are we slowing down? What's going on? Hello? Hello? This is just like driving in California. Wow, it's like they're slowing down for no reason. It's like, hello, you're on the left lane. Get the frick out if you're not going to go faster. This is what I think internally. And what sucks even more is that, you know, driving right now, I'm on a truck where the acceleration's slower, so I can't just, you know, like, put the pedal to the metal. So here I am, just being slow in the left lane like a douchebag, being the hypocrite that I am. I'll just hop on over here. Alright, well, initial impression so far, this is literally the initial of the initial. Oh, hey, look at that to the left. Look at that tree. That's a unique tree. I am looking forward when we start going down to the bayous. Oh wow, that was a horrible way of pronouncing it. Wow, the bayous, down in the southern part of the state. Get to see what those look like, because that's definitely, I think, new. That's definitely something that we haven't seen yet in this game. So very excited to see that. I don't know, man. I'm always excited every time we get a new map. I'm just instantly get ready to purchase it, have it on my wish list for a while, sort of thing. It's nice, you know. And now that we're starting to get to portions of the Midwest, or the U.S., the country where we're actually places that I've traveled, places that I lived in, like Illinois DLC is coming up, and if you don't know, I used to live in Illinois, and so, and I'm intimately familiar with I-90, a little bit with I-94, but not as much, but I-90 for sure, I'm very, very familiar with. So I am excited to see how they model some of that. I'm sure, you know, they're not going to model some of the places in Chicago that I lived in, because those are residential places that do not have any trucks, but who knows, maybe we'll see some kind of familiar areas. I'm sure they're not going to model like Wrigley Field or anything, because like there's no way a commercial truck like this would ever be in that area, because that's just all residential. But who's to say, you know? I'm sure they're going to have... Oh, this song. I was like, I know this song. This is also another song I have on my playlist. Okay. Get some hydration going. I have my water all the way over there. I was like, if I'm gonna be yapping like this, I'm gonna need to keep hydrated, you know? I gotta make up for all the sugar that I just ate. I'm speaking of it like it's like alcohol or something. It's like, oh, you need to hydrate after you had your sugar, otherwise you're gonna... No, it's gonna go horrible. I don't know. Oh, hey, look at that. We discovered another city. How, are we even in another city? Yeah, that's very generous. That's really generous. I mean, to be fair, we're gonna be like in this area anyway, but that's I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, I'd rather have this than the other way around, where you have to actually go into the city before you discover it. But we discovered Lafayette, home of stuff, things, I guess. I don't know. Here's the thing: I've never been to Louisiana. I never even come close to touching being anywhere near Louisiana. Like, I've had a bit of an interest in New Orleans because, you know, obviously, you know, it's well known for their food and such. You know, all the different stuff they had there. But otherwise, I haven't really had a reason to go to New Orleans. Like, I don't know, is there, like, okay, yeah, there's the food, there's Mardi Gras, there's, I'm sure there's all this other, like, kind of fun things that you can, like, entertainment stuff, but I don't know, that kind of stuff has never really appealed to me. Like, stuff like, you know, Vegas, it's like, oh yeah, you can go down to the Vegas Strip, and I'm like, well, now that I live here in LA, it's just like I can actually reasonably drive over there if I really want. Ooh, speaking. Okay, here we go. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this waterway. Oh man, that's cool. Okay, okay, we got a nice little the swampy, Bayou-y bog areas. That's cool. We got the little bridges here. Oh, I like that. Yeah, this is fun. I'm liking this so far. Oh wait a second, I missed my exit. I see that I have seemed to have mixed my exits. Oh my god, I definitely missed my exit. Shouldn't I? I think I need to go down there. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we're gonna go on a huge detour, I guess, which actually kind of works out because then we can go to Baton Rouge and maybe hit New Orleans. So, you know what? That was on purpose. Didn't I say that I was, trying to pay attention to the map so I didn't, miss an exit or something? And here I am, just yapping away and not even paying attention. That's generally how these goes, I guess. Yeah. Wow. No, but this is nice. Got the what the frick does I am trying to pronounce that. I'm like the Achu River, the Achu Jambalaya River. What a name! What a meme! Dank memes. That's fun. Okay, so they use the state outline. Yeah, because I noticed. If you play this game, and if you get all the map DLCs, it is kind of fun to see all the different kind of ways that each state shows off their highway systems, like their local highway stuff, because some states have it just like the state outline, because it's pretty unique, like, Louisiana's the boot. I know Missouri is pretty unique-ish, so it's like, oh yeah, well there's that too. There's other cases where, I remember like Washington, literally just has the outline of Washington, and not the state Washington, mind you, the president, George Washington. Like that's their shape that they use for, I guess, the local highways, which is kind of interesting. I'm trying to remember what California has. I don't think it's very unique. I think it's just the standard kind of like a shield or whatever that most states have. Not most states, but like a good number of states. Oh, we're on the horse milk. Did that just say the horse milking bridge? Did I just read that correctly? I don't think I read that correctly, and I hope I didn't read that correctly because, man, actually no, I hope I read that correctly because, man, I would love to visit the Horace Milkinson Bridge. Hold on, I gotta look at this. I gotta look at this now that we're. Oh, that's not the button I meant to press. It's the equals button, right? I gotta. Okay. Oh, come on, you're not gonna tell me what the bridge name is? You said that before. Oh my god, do I have to go all the way back over there? What the hell, man? We're in the Baton Rouge parish. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too, is if you don't live in the United States, basically each state is divided up into, like, I guess, counties. It's like kind of smaller land masses, or like smaller groupings of land per each state. But I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think Louisiana is one of the I want to say it's the only one. That could be wrong. It's one of the only ones where instead of counties, they refer to them as parishes, which they gotta be unique, They're the French influences, so I guess we just exited out of the Baton Rouge parish. Oh wait, this is the Mississippi River. Oh shit. Oh wait, this is a picture. Oh, look at that. I totally knew that this was a photo opportunity. Well, bam, there we go. Got it. Baton Rouge Memorial Plaza. That's very nice. Okay, nice. I'm still a little miffed that I could actually. Can I? I don't think it's not worth the effort. I'll have to look at the VOD later or something, because I really want to know what that bridge name is. Is it actually the Horace Milkinson Bridge? I'm just gonna say it is, and then, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Any native Louisianites, Louisiana people out there? If you know, please let me know. Or any geography buffs. Which I guess I should know. Oh, hey, look, there was a person right there. Wow, people, amazing. I've never seen that before in this game. Yeah, I think I mentioned this before, but in a previous stream, but I used to be into geography a lot. I actually kind of still am, if I have to kind of be a little bit honest. Like, I won my school's geography bee way back in elementary school. That didn't really come to anything after that, unfortunately, because... And I remember definitely telling the story, but I'll tell it again, is like, I won the geography bee. I mean, there's a whole story there about, oh, like, I was down to the final two, the person It was me and like this smart ass girl who like was like you know the type. It's just like, oh, the know-it-all. It's just like, oh, I know everything, that kind of thing. So obviously people probably weren't cheering for her to win because then it's just like, oh god, it's her. But she got a hard question and she was like, oh my god, she wasn't. And okay, this is like 5th grade, so my memory wasn't really that great, but I remember distinctly like her like getting the question, being like answering it wrong, being like, oh come on, this is like maybe something like that. But I think it was either, I think she was like, oh, what is this? Because like I got my question and she was like, oh come on, that's such an easy question. It's like, it was something about a desert in Africa. And I was like, well, I only know about one desert in the Africa, so I think before the question was even, before they even finished reading the question, I was just answering, oh, Sahara Desert, and they were like, oh wait, you gotta wait until the question's finished, and then it's just like, those people was like, look at this guy in the crowd, be like, look at this son of a gun, but. Yeah, it was the correct answer. The only desert I knew in Africa turned out to be the correct answer. So I was able to win the geography beat that way. After I did that, they gave me, or like the principal called me over, and they gave me like this, I guess this like kind of written exam that you had to take. In order to qualify for the next round, because I don't know, I thought that you win the school GOP, you move on to like the regionals, right? That seems logical, but no, apparently you need to like do well on this like written test or something. And I did that, and then nothing happened after that. Like they didn't even say, oh, you got rejected or like anything like that. They were like, oh, and it's just nothing. So I was a bit like, oh, okay, well, that's the end of that, I guess. So I don't know. That was kind of unfortunate. I would like to see how far I would have made it. I probably wouldn't have made it that far. Let's be honest. I would not have made it to like Washington D.C. or whatever, like the national geography beat. Like that would not have happened. I was not that into. I was into geography, but I wasn't really studying too hard at it. Like I was studying a decent amount. I had like books that I was reading about, like, oh, like here's how I prepared to win the school GOP, like previous winners, and just kind of their experiences. Like I've read books on that and like studied up a little bit, but I wasn't too serious about winning it. I was just like, oh, if it happens, it happens. So look at all these people turning right. Look at those suckers. They're going north on the 3213. That is a really unique highway. Usually highways are only like 3 digits at most. That's a 4-digit highway over here. It's like, wow, okay. Louisiana, I don't know what y'all doing, but you sure are doing something, alright. Okay, I was like looking at the songs, I thought I recognized this song, but this is a different one. I don't know. This is technically a different playlist than the one I was using, because apparently the one I was using just they changed it, so it's only like 50 songs, and I was like, well, shoot, okay, that's not going to be nearly as long enough for any of my streams. But luckily, I found another one that was much longer, had thousands of songs, so that was Hello. Okay, wait, I didn't turn my signal on, so that's also my fault. We are going up a bridge. Is this the Horace Milkinson Bridge? Are we? No, we're not going up that again. This is a different bridge. I'm sorry, they all look the same. That's bridges to me. I mean, to be fair, I'm also... Fun fact, I'm also not a fan of bridges. I'm actually kind of afraid of bridges. In situations like this, though, it's fine. I think it's more so like if I'm walking across a bridge, that's when I'm like, uh-oh. Because like when it's driving across a bridge like this is fine. Like, I don't know, something about being in a vehicle gives me some sort of comfort. Because I think my main gripe with bridges is 2 things. 1, a fear of heights. And 2 is that I can't swim. And generally bridges are above water, so that's just a big, 1-2 combination of no. So I was not a fan of any of that. Which, yeah, that was one thing living in Chicago, was that my commute consisted of me having to cross the bridge, because the train stop didn't stop directly next to my company, and I had to like walk a little bit across downtown. And if you know Chicago, you know that there's the Chicago River, which kind of cuts through downtown, kind of divides between the Loop, which is kind of the downtown area, and then kind of the West Loop, which is kind of the bit more the more developing, kind of the more bougie, I guess the yuppie gentrified area sort of thing. But basically, like, that's where my office was, so I had to, and the trains usually almost all kind of had a lot of stops around the loop, because that's kind of how that system worked, where it's kind of a lot of the stops. I mean, that's the whole reason why that area is called the loop, is because there is just a giant loop consisting of the kind of that elevated train system. Hence also the name of the Chicago subway, which is referred to as the L, short for the elevated trains, which I did like those. You know, the elevated trains were nice. I took a train route that... actually, you know what? Now that I'm not living in the city anymore, I guess I can say where I was living. So I was living in Lakeview. It was kind of a neighborhood, kind of a little bit more north of downtown. And I was actually like 15 minutes away from... And I've said this before, so that you may have been able to inference it before, but I lived 15 minutes from Wrigley Field. I lived literally like 3 minutes from the Belmont stop, which, if you don't know, that's kind of one of the major stops. It's like the Brown Line and the Red Line. So I take the Brown Line to work every day. And I'd have to stop at either Merchandise Mart or Washington and Wells, depending on, you know, however I felt. Because it was kind of equidistant, the office was, to either of those stops. It was like a 10-minute walk. But either way, I'd have to cross at least one bridge. Hey, we discovered another... Look at that! We are only 40 minutes in, and we've already discovered 3 cities. This is lightning quick progress we got here. We are doing so well. I also have to pay attention! And make sure that, oh, you're turning right. Jeez! I mean, that is 100% my fault. But also, screw you, I have money. I'm surprised I didn't get any damage from that, actually. Oh, come on. I'm just gonna... Oh, wow, I didn't take damage from that either. Wow, amazing. Oh, I took damage from that. Yeah, okay. Okay, obviously. It's alright. Okay. Hello, sir? Honk? It's my green light? What are you doing? You know, and I mentioned, you know, I haven't been playing this game as much, but I've heard, you know, with the new recent updates that the AI has not been very smart in their driving decisions, and I can kind of start seeing, I'm starting to see that a little bit with the little bit that I've been driving right now, because it's like, what are some of y'all doing? It's just like, hello, do you know how to drive? Have you gotten your driver's license before? Show proof? Anybody? But it's whatever. It's whatever. It's just a game. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? It's only a game. That was a terrible impression. That's just a reaction thing. I think that was a Vine, or I'm sure somebody clipped that to be like a 6-second Vine, but that was not originally a Vine. That was just kind of an interview with a hockey player. He's like, I think like the reporter was asking him a question like in a tone, and he was like, "It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? It's only a game." He was a Russian or some like European guy, so you know he had that accent or whatever. But yeah, it's only a game. Why you have to be mad? It's joke. It's joke. Mari from Love Live. What a throwback, Love Live. Dude, the funny thing is, like, I'm still for whatever reason, I'm still have the Love Live subreddit in my, not my feed, but because like I'm really weird that I have like multiple feeds that I look at. I have my like kind of my main feed, which is my actual phone. If you know Reddit, there's like the whole thing with like the front page, which is kind of your collection of subreddits that you subscribe to. Oh, this is my exit. But then you can also create your own like multi-reddits, which I do for kind of some of the other subreddits that I don't necessarily want to see all, or like that I want to see all the posts of, ones that aren't as popular. So those are usually the ones that I have for games that I play, like Umamusume, or like city-specific subreddits, like the Los Angeles subreddit, or like the subreddit for the city that I actually live in, not Los Angeles, but like the specific city I live in, because they have one there. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. That's dragging this car over. Oh my. I am so sorry. Hurricane damage. Oh, that's definitely a thing here. That's applicable. Yeah, Louisiana, home of hurricanes, among other things. Oh, look at that floor of the list, or whatever they call that symbol on the left there. That's a very relevant symbol in this area, apparently. I mean, the Saints, heck, the New Orleans Saints, that is pretty much, not pretty much their logo, but it isn't exactly their logo, but it is kind of pretty much a floor of the list, or whatever the heck you pronounce it as. I don't know, I never took French. I took Spanish, you know, that was the thing I took in middle school, and then I switched to Latin in high school because I wanted to. Because that sounded a hell of a lot more interesting than taking Spanish. Please go faster. Okay. Ooh. Look at... Oh, is this the... Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh, toll gate. Nice. Yeah, so, okay. In preparation for playing this, I was looking a little bit at the maps, the real-life map of Louisiana. Like, I looked at Google Maps, I was like, oh, what does it look like? And I noticed, you know... Well, one, I knew that, you know, Fort-Shawn was going to... Or, like, Port Fort-Shawn or whatever was going to be one of the cities, so I was looking at that area. And I noticed, wow, there's just a straight-up, you know, like a whole bridge area. Of a highway that gets over there, because obviously it's kind of more of a like this, like kind of the more marshy area. Oh no, my trailer. Oh yeah, so yeah, look at this. It's like you got this little kind of nice little road here that's just kind of all the way over water. It's nice. It's very unique for sure. I think this is one of the first instances in this game where we have this kind of landscape, and well, it's nice. It's nice. I wish I had better insightful commentary, but you know, I'm not really that type of person to give that, so I'm just gonna say that it looks nice, and that I'm enjoying it so far. Very good. Very good. Very good. But yeah, I hope you all are having a good Thursday. I mean, I said my piece about, you know, having to go to work 4 days a week. I'm so glad I don't have to go to the office tomorrow. God, you know, especially since I don't have anything to do. I've run out of ways to look like I'm busy and actually doing something at work. And don't get me wrong, like okay, here's the thing. We have cubicles in the office, so it's not like, you know, like people can see what I'm doing like in an open office setting. But at the same time, the guy who sits behind me, you know, has a standing desk, so occasionally he'll raise it up, and I think he can in that way be able to, you know, like peek over. Not that he's looking at what I'm doing, because it's like he's probably busy with his own stuff, but still, it's just like, it's just, you know, it's just that back of your mind notion that, you know, they can see what I'm doing, so I shouldn't be like looking like I'm just, you know, doing absolutely nothing. So that thing of, oh, I gotta make sure I look like I'm actually doing something, and I was running out of ways to look like I was doing that without doing the same thing over and over again. And there we go, we have arrived in Port Fort-Shawn. Wow, this is actually just a straight up city. I thought, so when I was looking at Google Maps, it really did not seem like this was like a city. This just seemed like a very kind of just industrial, like kind of like area. But no, there's actually houses. Oh, look at that to the left. There's like little houses on, oh, those are, those are not gonna be pessimistic of me to say, but like those probably won't exist in a couple of decades. I mean, it'll be a while, but with the rising oceans and all that, I can't imagine it being good that there's houses on stilts like that. Never seems like a great idea. Oh, we can take a port? Or we can take a ferry? Wait, hold on. I want to take the ferry. I'll do that after I make this delivery. I want to take the ferry, wherever that's going to take me. I want to be a cowboy, baby. Nothing to do with cowboys, but that's just the first thing that came to mind. Because I'm just vine-pilled, apparently, and that's my humor now. Or not now, it's always kind of been my humor for the last few years, to be quite honest with you. Alright, where do you need it? I mean, oh, Jesus H. Christ, look at how freaking massive this area is. How small this is where I have to park, this little area, that's my truck. So it's like, good lord, that's massive. Okay. This is just straight up Port Fort-Shawn. Fort-Shawn? I don't know. I'm just gonna say Port Fort-Shawn because I think it's funny like that. Okay, let's see how difficult this is. Where do you want it? Oh, that's not difficult at all. That's easy. That's easy money. I can do that easy. I can do that kind of cheatsy too. I can just kind of wrap around. Wrap it around town. Wrap it around town. Don't forget to wrap it. Wrap it and tap it. Make sure I'm not gonna damage my truck by doing this. Look at this. Look at this. Expert maneuvering skills. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Okay. I've kinda got it lined up. Okay, we're just gonna back it up. Back it around. No, not you. Not this way. This way. Back it around town. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Man. And this is such a huge tangent, but that quote, and I don't know if it's like exclusively SpongeBob, but that just makes me think of SpongeBob. That just reminds me that time I drove around to. I actually drove. This was honestly, I think like about a month ago, like maybe a month or two ago. This was when I was kind of still new to the area, and driving around to places and stuff. But I was driving around, and I just happened to be like, I want to say it was picking up my mom from the Burbank airport because, I wanted her to try and get to the Burbank airport as much as possibly could because fuck trying to get people to LAX. If you don't know, LAX is an Los Angeles International Airport. It's just an absolute hellhole. It is the worst airport to get out of. In fact, actually, story time. When I was coming back from Thanksgiving a few days earlier this week on Monday, it actually became Monday because I didn't get home until 2 a.m. on a Monday. Partially my fault because I took the late flight, but it took like 2 freaking hours to get out of the airport, to get from the airport to my home. Like we landed around approximately, I want to say midnight, and yeah, I could not get home because of until 2. That's not correct. Oh, sure, you know what? We'll take it. We'll take those. We will take those. Alright, look at that. There we go. Our very first trip in the area known as Louisiana. Very good. And look at that. Somehow we didn't discover Baton Rouge. I mean, how is this considered discovering, but this isn't? I don't know. Oh, there was a video there. Oh, there was another picture? Buscues? Okay, well, I'll have to take another. We'll have plenty of time. I mean, this is a nice little dense area of a map, so we got plenty of cities we still need to hit. We're in Port Fourchon right now, but I think we can kind of swing around New Orleans, hit Baton Rouge, try and get to the northern parts here, Shreveport, Monroe, Natchitoches? I feel like an idiot, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Alexandria, D. Ritter, that kind of thing. But alright, let's see. Alright, what do you need discovered? What do you need to live? Oh my lord, that is a long ways away. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do that because I want to stay in the city. Let's just go to New Orleans. I think that should be good. And that actually might be right here. Nope, that's not here. I was going to be like, oh, maybe it's right here. Oh, are we going to go on the ferry? Yes, please tell me we're going to go on the ferry. That would be awesome. By awesome, I mean, because it's just like, oh, you just kind of get to a checkpoint and then it's suddenly, okay, you're done, It just kind of magically transports you. It's not like a cutscene or anything cool like that, unfortunately. Oh, nice, we are going on ferry. Oh, and also this song. Oh, okay, well, we're hitting a lot of songs that I actually have on my playlist. They do have quite a few songs from this label company, good old NCS, that I actually do have on my playlists, because some of them are good songs, The song that I started playing on the stream, which I think I've used it a few times, but Funeral, that's been a jam. That's been one. Oh, Spotify Wrapped. Yeah, that's a thing. That came out yesterday. Yeah, so I don't know. This year's Spotify Wrapped for me was really weird, to put it lightly. I don't think it was. Well, oh, hold on. Ferry this way. Okay. I don't think it was terribly wrong, but I feel like some of the data was a bit weird for me. I don't know. I think the other thing too is because in the top, it's like your top songs 2025. They have the playlist of all the songs that you listen to, the top ones, that kind of thing. Like top 100 played. They usually have that for every year. Orchon Island. All right, let's do it. Oh, it's free. Oh, it is a cutscene. Oh shit! Yes, let's go. I did not think it was. Okay, this is new. They usually don't have a cutscene. Yo, okay, I see a software, I see you, okay, alright. Damn. Wow. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. Wow, okay. I love how I just completely contradicted myself because I was like, oh, it's not going to be a cutscene or anything. It's just going to transport you directly. But no, it's a cutscene. Look at that. Look. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. It's going all the way. I thought it was just going to be like that, and then boom, you're there. But like, wow. No, it's actually just taking you all the way. Hold on a minute. Couldn't I just taken the road that's literally right here? Like this road to the right corner here, this bottom right corner. Why am I just not taking that road? Or unless it's gonna go further, unless why? It's like oh yeah, here you go. And it's like I could have just taken the road. It's like why did you take my ferry? Why did this ferry go here? I guess we'll see where it drops. Yeah, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. Choto mate kudasai. Why are we on this? Hold on a minute. Couldn't we just take the road? Huh? Am I missing something here? Is there something like I couldn't be on the road for some, like why? It just feels like we just took that for no reason. I'm confused. I am confusion. Wait, yeah, actually, why didn't we just take? I'm very confused, but okay, sure. I get. You know what? We probably could have just taken the road, but I think STS wanted to kind of, you know, show off their cutscene a little bit, you know, show those chops off, and I don't blame them, you know, that was pretty cool. So, but I just think that just was very unnecessary, given that I could have just driven over here. But I don't know, who's to say? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, Spotify Wrapped. That was what I was talking about. Yeah, I don't know, because like the top 25 or top songs of 2025 playlist for this year, at least in the mobile version, in the mobile app, actually showed the number of plays that you had. And I don't think that number is accurate for me. So, okay, I don't know what they're counting as like a listen, but there is no way that the top song that I listened to this year only had 389 plays or listens or whatever. There is no way for that. That's saying that I've only listened to that song basically like an average of 1 time per day. And I will say this: I'm actually a little surprised at my top song. Let me hear. Before we do this, let me actually try and pull it up real quick. My top Spotify on profile. How do I profile? Is this right? Is that right? What do you mean invalid handle? Screw you, buddy. Oh, that's why I hate how Blue Sky works sometimes. Blue Sky .social, because I posted on my Blue Sky, my personal list. There it is. Okay. There way I can open the mission tab. There we go. How do I want to do this? I don't. That's nothing incriminating. Okay, I'll just switch over to the my desktop. Yeah, because okay, so here's my Spotify Wrap basically. Top artist, not surprising at all. You know, it's Hatsuboshi Gakuen, which if you don't know is basically just Gakuen Master, and it's kind of cheatsy, I want to admit, because the way they label their songs, they put every song that Gakuen Master releases, they have this as kind of the main artist, so Hatsuboshi Gakuen. So even if it's like a song by Saki or Tenma, like any kind of random, any of the characters, like for each of the different characters, it's just all labeled under this. So that's basically like the same idea of like all the Uma Musume songs, like putting that under like a label like Uma Musume. And if that happened, who knows how far up that would be in my top artists? Because I don't even see. You can see there's nothing with Uma Musume on the top artists. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, right? You know, you got 2500 at Night Chord, which is a Project Sakai band. They've been consistently on my list for a while. Radwimps has also been pretty up there. You know, I mean, Your Name soundtracks. You know, I bounce out to that a lot. This is a new Bring Me the Horizon. So this I think got hard. So these two artists I think legitimately are only here because they got hard carried by the songs here on my top songs. So my top song here is Miso Shiro to Butter, which is miso soup to butter, which if you don't know is like the main or like the ending to oh god, Food for the Soul, which is an anime from seasonal anime from like a few seasons ago. Um, it was decent anime, but I just really liked the song. I'm a little surprised that it ended up being my top song. I actually thought "Fighting My Way," which is this one right here, this Saki Hanami, her kind of first song. I've been listening to that a lot. I honestly thought that was gonna be number one, but I'm not surprised that it's number four. I mean, okay, Hatsuboshi Gakuen was always going to be top, you know, because it's number two, it's number four, and it's number five. So there's no way it wasn't going to be a top. Like, I would have bet my life savings that that ended up being my number one. Wonderwall. Okay, so this is also misleading because this isn't the original Wonderwall by Oasis. This is actually the cover that Bring Me the Horizon sang. So that's why I'm saying that, like, because this is the artist for this song. Number 5 is the artist for number 1, and number 4 is the artist for number 3. And, you know, okay, Bring Me the Horizon, that one's not as hard carried because I did listen to stuff like Kingslayer and, like, some of the other songs that they had. Kingslayer, by the way, absolute bop. If you don't know, that's the collab between them and Baby Metal. It goes hard as fuck, dude. It's awesome. I love that song. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm legitimately, because, like, this one, Ushiro Reira, like, I did not listen to any other of her songs. I only this is legitimately the only song of hers that I listened to. So I am legitimately surprised that she ended up in the top 5. There are plenty of other artists I feel like that should have probably been up there. Like Kesoku Band, which was, I think, my top, not my top last year, but it was my top 2 years ago, I want to say, before I started listening to Hatsuboshi Gakuen and stuff, or Gakumas. And then there's other, I'm trying off the top of my head, I mean, there's other, like Uma Musume, like I mentioned, but that's kind of hard because, you know, it's like they put their songs labeled into, this is a terrible song. They just labeled their songs individually. A whole bunch of stuff where it's like, oh well, I feel like that would have been there. And then going back to like saying like, okay, well, you know, I listened to only this for like 389 times or 389 listens. It's like, what counts as a listen? Because like I'm very confident I've listened to this song way more than once per day. Like, I've definitely listened to this song multiple times a day, and there might have been a few days I didn't listen to songs here and there, but I feel like it would have been a little bit more than that. And then there are songs kind of towards the bottom of the list that only had like 30-something listens, and I'm like, there is no way I only listened to this 30-something times this year. Like, there is no way in hell. That did not seem right. So I don't know what they count as a listen, I don't know what's up with that, but something seems a bit off about that. Also, city pop, what the hell does that mean? I don't, because that's the first time I think I've ever gotten that as my top genre, and I don't think I've listened to a single song that counts as city pop, so I'm really curious, like, where this comes from. Like, what of the songs I listen to is labeled as city pop? Because that didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, I don't listen to any songs that could be labeled as that, so that was weird to me. Maybe one of these songs is technically labeled as like city pop in their database or whatever, so maybe that might be it, but it just seems really odd to me, especially since 2 to 5 made more sense. It was like EDM, anime, Vocaloid, like that makes sense. Like last year, I don't think they had a top genre last year, but the year before that it was like Vocaloid, and then years before that it was always anime, so that made sense. But like city pop, I don't know. And also minutes listened is more than I had last year, but not the top I've had. I think my top was like 72,000. So overall, you know, it's all right. I don't know. I always come to kind of be like, oh, you know, like anticipate the Spotify Wrap, but then I always come out of it a little disappointed, just because it's always just like, oh, but oh my god, what is with the bots? Dude, there's like 2 straight bots. Oh. Got like 2 straight messages of bots. God, I hate. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I mean. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, especially as somebody who is kind of more data oriented, I really think there's a lot more potential that could be done with it. I mean, to be fair, last year's was disappointing as hell. There was really not that much that they gave us. This year was a little bit better. Like, I found the what was it? The like listening age was kind of fun. Also a little bit creepy because it actually gave me my exact age, and I was like, oh, huh. How did they get my exact age as my listening age? And I thought like, oh, maybe they like And I don't know if they had my birthday, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had my birthday on file or something, and then it's like, oh, they just use that. But then I saw other people actually have, actually get results that were wildly, oh, no, wildly different from their actual age, like way older or way younger. I was like, oh, wait, it actually is not just your age. I just thought that was a huge coincidence that that they actually were able to get my exact age in that kind of exercise, I guess, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That's my Spotify Wrapped, I guess. I don't know. And I know it feels like ever since Spotify Wrapped became a thing, now every company's doing their own version of like a Wrapped or whatever, or like a yearly recap. Like Twitch had theirs, and like, which wasn't really that. That's the other thing too, is like I don't really use any other service that much to the point of where any interesting data points would come out of it. Like I don't really watch that much Twitch streams. Like for YouTube, I really don't watch any. Like the channels that I watch on YouTube are very limited to like a subset of like Let's Players. And I honestly just really watch like repeats usually. Like I usually just have it on the background, just kind of as background noise. So like my viewing habits in that sense are just like me rewatching the same kind of Let's Plays over and over and over again, like that kind of person. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Otherwise, like, cause yeah, Twitch had their recap I think a few days ago too. YouTube Music had a recap. I'm sure Apple Music will have theirs, and other like kind of streaming platforms and all that will have theirs. All right, let's watch as we kind of embark on this again. Again, can I just take the road that's right over there to the right? I don't know. Can I, now that I want to skip this, but can I skip this? Nah, I'll take this as a break to kind of drink some water. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, that answers my question. We could not have used that. Why does that road exist then? Excuse me? Okay, interesting. Yeah, wait, why does that road exist then if... Okay, well, you know what? It turns out I could not have taken the road. I was sorely mistaken in that assumption. I actually need to take this ferry that only takes 18 minutes to go back and forth. That seems a little bit annoying. I mean, I guess it's a bit more cost effective than creating the bridge and building the bridge that needs to be, that would be built there. Like, it just rather kind of take... I feel like over time, though, like, the costs of operating the ferry and such would outweigh the actual cost. Well, I can't say. I'm not a civil engineer or anything. I don't know, like, what all the costs and stuff that go into those kinds of things. Who's to say? Alright, well, that was Port 4chan. Fun stuff. Let's make our way to Narwhals. Go to Narwhals. And also, it is getting a bit late. I'm not saying IRL, I'm saying in this game. It's getting dark in this game. Probably should have rested before, well, no, I think we'll hit New Orleans and then we'll be able to get some good rest. And I think that should be good. It'd be good timing for us as individuals. Oh man, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I don't actually have any plans. That was some of the other things that I was doing today, was just kind of looking at what's going on. Like, what is there any fun events going on this weekend around here? There's a few sites that I like to do not even think about it busts right at me. Good God, some of the traffic in this game. Yeah, because like I have a few sites that I like to refer to, be like, oh, like these are some of the things that are happening around this area. But it's a bit limited. Like, I find out after the fact about other these interesting events that they don't even list, and I'm just like, it would have been nice if I'd known about that, or like you would have mentioned that, but I don't know. To be fair, there's so many things happening around the area that's kind of hard to list them all in one like kind of little website document thing. So it's kind of understandable, but just means I got to be a bit more picky and choosy about what kind of events I want to be able to see, or like want to be interested in. Kind of nerd events, I don't know. It's kind of fun little things there. Why are you slowing down? Wow, look at that water. That's water, all right. Boy, that reflection. I'm not gonna lie, that did not look good. That looked that looked like pudding. It looked like the reflection of pudding. Not so much water. All right, well, can't complain. I don't have any mods or anything. The only mod I have is a traffic mod. Otherwise, I really just play this game on vanilla, so can't really complain too hard. And even then, like the base game, they still have some pretty decent visuals, pretty good visuals for what it's worth. Like look at that, like nice little kind of, look at the clouds, look at the sky, look at all that. Look at that warning. Look at these signs telling me to slow the frick down or else you're gonna crash. Look at all these signs. Look at that halfway built highway. Look at that. Maybe someday they'll rebuild it. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus. There we go. Okay. No crashes. Oh, no crashes. I almost spoke too soon. It's fine. Okay. Alright. Yeah, what did I get into? Because I don't think I really streamed that much. Well, obviously I didn't stream last weekend because last weekend was friggin' Thanksgiving, and I was back home stuffing my guts and eating all of the Thanksgiving food, and getting into multiple food comas. So that was very fun times there. I'm still trying to exercise the weight that I gained off, but it's still there. That's fine, you know. It's we'll slowly get into it. I'm starting to slowly get back into a routine of exercising, you know, going to the gym. Luckily, my apartment complex has a nice little gym, nice little machines, so you know, use those. I mainly just do cardio for the most part. Like I just kind of pump up some Uma Musume. That's something I discovered, is that Uma Musume songs actually are really good for. Or maybe it's just me, but it's really good for running. Like it gets you in the mood. You know, most of the songs are pretty high BPM intensity, so you can kind of run to the beat, that kind of thing. You know, you don't feel awkwardly kind of like running to like slow music or anything. So there's a lot. Why are my lights not on? There we go. Okay. The lights were off. It's like I kind of need those to see, so just have those there. But no, I've been getting into a rhythm of trying to. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Trying to run, and I haven't been able to run that as much as I want to, but it's usually like 20 to 30 minutes, you know, on the treadmill, and then get some free weights in, trying to build up my core back, you know, to former glory, as if it really had any former glory to begin with. But you know, like what I want to say is former glory. Maybe someday I'll have a six-pack. Not that that's really the biggest worry of my mind, but it's just like it's not like, don't get me wrong, I'm relatively fit for what it is. Like I know people, like I like to complain like, oh, like I have like a stomach, you know. It's just like, oh, you can hear like just like it's I'm so fat, but then it's just like, oh, compared to like actual like kind of some people, it's just like, well, you know, some people would probably, I wouldn't say kill, but like would want to have, you know, like the body that I have right now, which fair, you know. Owned from years of playing tennis and running cross country, you know, that definitely helped. Legs for days, never skip leg day. If there's one thing about myself that I think, and might be a little bit too maybe not TMI, but I don't know, but like I've always kind of had a little bit of a self-consciousness about, specifically about my the stomachy area. Like I've never really been like a fat child, like never really had too much of a belly, but like never really had like kind of tonedness to me, and that's always been something I've been a little bit like, oh, I wish, you know, I had that. But the rest, relatively speaking, like legs, you know, like I mean, like I said, from playing, I was about to say Minecraft, from playing Minecraft, no, from playing tennis and doing cross country, like that really helped. With the leg areas, and then the arms, like it's funny because I always thought that my arms weren't really that bad, but like looking at old pictures of me from like high school, I was like, wow, I have stick figure arms, because like during the pandemic, I did a lot of exercise with fitness boxing, which is like a game on Switch. And that actually really helped, because I did that every other day during the pandemic. And we discovered New Orleans. It's dark, so we can't really see it that well, but we're here, New Orleans. Oh, I'm driving like a drunk person. I gotta either slow the frick down or figure out what I'm doing. But yeah, anyway, fitness boxing, it helped. It definitely helped. Like, tone the upper body for sure. So, if anything, I think right now, pretty happy with how I am. But there's definitely always a room for improvement, you know? You can't be too satisfied. I think that's a decent mantra to have in life. You know, never settle. There's some areas where, you know, that shouldn't apply, but there mostly is areas where it's like, you know, you don't want to settle. And you want to actually maybe... I don't know what point I'm making. It's just like I'm also trying to pay attention to what I'm seeing right now, which is, look at this bridge. Look at this nice little bridge. Actually, if we're in New Orleans right now, we might be able to see the Superdome. Oh my God, what are you doing? We might be able to see the Superdome, which is the football stadium. Well, here's the National World War II Museum. Oh my God. Okay, I need to... Maybe I should have just paused instead of, you know, did whatever the hell I did there. So that was the National World War II Museum. Oh, there it is. Hold on, let me just pause that real quick. Yeah, hold on. Oh yeah, there we go. We can take a nice little picture of there's the New Orleans Dome. Yeah, I think they have to call it the New Orleans Dome. It's the Superdome, like the Mercedes Superdome or whatever. You know, naming rights and all that, but they can't get that actually. Oh, is that the Super Juice Center? Oh, that's hilarious. That's the basketball stadium. That's where the Pelicans played, the New Orleans Pelicans. I didn't realize they were right next to each other actually. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, I think in real life that's like the Smoothie King Center or whatever, which is, yeah, that's why it's Super Juice, but that's cool. Okay, yeah, nice. And then we got the skyline otherwise. It's pretty nice. Cool. Wow, I didn't realize it was this close to the highway. And I also didn't realize they were right next to each other. I mean, I know a lot of cities have kind of their sporting arenas, stadiums kind of right next to each other. It's kind of like a big old sporting complex area. I mean, Los Angeles probably doesn't have that just because there's so many freaking teams around here. I'm just thinking, I know Philadelphia, I think, has that, where their football stadium and their basketball stadium are next to each other. I think it's, yeah, Kansas City, I think, has that too, where their football stadium, their baseball stadium are right next to each other. So that's definitely a thing in some areas. In other areas, it's not really a thing. I think it's more of a recent development as they realize, like, you know, that's something that they can have, like a whole sporting complex where, you know, all the different, like, kind of areas, like, kind of have a development for their city and all that. And where am I going? Am I going this way? I'm going this way. I sure am. Okay. Need to make sure the map was not helpful in telling me where the hell I needed to go there. Oh my God, I was almost about to crash. Oh, okay, I need to slow the frick down. I may be a crazy driver in this game, but I'm not that crazy. I need to be at least semi-sane. Semi-sane, semi-insane. Both of those apply. Alright, well, we're almost to our destination. Our destination. One of these deliveries I'm gonna have to do, or like maybe one of these drives I'm just gonna have to do like a free drive and just kind of drive around cities, and then kind of hit some cutscenes and some photo. We've already hit a few photo booths, but I do want to hit some more, just to kind of get that achievement and also some nice little breaks in between. But so far, oh, nothing bad. We got the Peterbilt dealer discovered. Discovered the Peterbilt. Yes. Okay, I was like, please discover it. There we go. We have discovered the Peterbilt. Okay. Let's make our way downtown. Walking fast. Faces past. Homebound. And then, yeah, the Peterbilt is where we could probably just rest and then get ready for the next day. Because I don't really like driving at night in this game. For me, it's just like, it's kind of harder to see. and two, well, that's the big thing. Is like it's harder to see because I actually want to be able to see all the kind of different lights and stuff. So especially if you're driving in kind of the rural areas, it's kind of harder to be able to see all the things that you are able to see in this game. And that kind of feels like that ruins the point for me. So I'd rather, you know, drive during the day so I can actually see the stuff. All right. Oh boy, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, but it's okay. My name is Challenge McGee, and I'm here to challenge you to a fuck off. That's a quote from something that if you know where that comes from, I would be very surprised. I'm not going to say where it's from, but it's from something. It's from something, all right. And it lives rent-free in my head. And also, this is a terrible first. This is not how you want to do it. Okay, hold on. What am I doing? I need to do it like this, and then I need to curve my truck over. Okay, so then I can do this, and then once that's done, I can do this, and then no, other way, okay. And then I'm gonna hit that truck. Who cares? Oh, rumbly. Okay. Oh, slow the frick down, you insane person. That's me. I'm the insane person. And then that's incorrect. This is a bit of a conundrum. Watch as I do the worst driving ever. Okay, nope, that's not it. That's watch as local penguin forgets how to drive. Hey, don't give me that notification of skipping the parking. I can do this. I'm on stream. If I wasn't streaming, I'd probably just give up by now. But like I want to show off that I can do this. Maybe. Okay. So I gotta just slow the frick down. Okay, there we go. I just gotta take it nice and slowly. That's what she said. And then we should be good to go here. Okay, I gotta make them. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Hold on. Now, if I was parking where that red thing was, the construction thing, I would be golden. But right now, that's not where I want to be. So this is not working out. Okay, well, hold on. I have an idea. This is me IRL trying to park backwards, which is why I don't do it, because I don't know how to do it. Luckily for me, my car is a new car that has all the fancy finagle technology that you can have. Like, there's like an overhead camera that you can like actually see like your surroundings, which is super helpful. So who knows, with that maybe I can actually parallel park, because fun fact, I don't know how to parallel park. They never actually tested that for me in my driving tests, which I think they were supposed to, but they never did. So able to get away without doing that. But yeah, I never actually did that, and then I kind of didn't really have a need to do it, so I don't know how to do it. Is there a person right there? Or am I seeing that wrong? Is there okay, I am seeing that wrong. I thought there was a person right next to that truck, and I was like, excuse me, I'm trying to back up here. Like, if you're getting in the way. You know what? I think we might be cooking, chat. I think we might be cooking. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We're not cooking no more. The cooking is burning. We are burning everything. We are burning the kitchen down. Uh-oh, wait a second. That's not right. Oh boy. Oh Jesus. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, hold on. Let me slow the frick down. Let me do this. Let me turn myself around. Okay, wait. We might be cooking. We might be cooking again. If I can just... No, that's the wrong way. That's not correct. That is not correct, according to the encyclopedia of blah, 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 blah. Okay, now if I do one of these, finagle my way over that way. Okay, we might be cooking. The cooking might be happening. It might be... we're a bit too close to the left, so I might have to redo this, but I think we're getting good progress. I'm surprised we're not getting any damage. Oh, you know what? That counts. Fuck it. That counts. We'll take it. Also, I'm tired. Not IRL, but like in the game. I am definitely not tired IRL. I am very hyper from the boba, so I'm sure it'll crash eventually. Okay, great. Let's go to the rest zone and call it a night, and then we'll start anew. with a fresh new day. Where the frick am I going? I thought I was turning there, but that's not correct. Wait a second. Yes, it was. Frickety dickety. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay, back it up, back it up, back it up. Back it up, stop it up, go forward. And we're good. Alright. Okay. Alright, see you later, Garfield. Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel. NOLA Public Storage. Hell yeah, buddy. Cheers from NOLA. NOLA, otherwise known as No LA. Yeah, right, more like Yes LA. Anyway, wow, hey, there's a truck. Wow, that's surprising. I don't know why that surprised me. I was like, oh wow, there's actually, and then it's only 10:10 in the game right now. I don't know what I'm like, oh my god, there's trucks. Wow, I've never seen that before in my life. I can rest here, right? Nope. I do need to repair. I think I'm like 1% damaged, so let me just take care of that real quick. Luckily, in this world, they're still open for some reason, so I'll just do one of those bad boys. Pay however much I just paid, which I think it was like $1,000 or whatever. And let's get into the rest zone and let's map out our next destination. Okay. Perfect. Taking up 2 spots like a complete douchebag. And now it's oh my god, see, look at that. Now I can actually see what, like, my surroundings are. There are palm trees in Louisiana? Okay, I'm actually not surprised. Why am I surprised? What? I shouldn't be surprised about that. There's palm trees in every, like, warm area. Even though palm trees are not, honestly, the best trees to be growing, but, you know, it's whatever. Let's get the freight market going. Let's see. Actually, before we get the freight market going, we're in New Orleans right now. Maybe I might want to do a little bit of exploration, try and get some cutscenes going. Because yeah, there's definitely like at least like yeah, cutscene here. Maybe a few more photo zones. Who knows? Yeah, that's a funny thing. It's, oh, there's one right here too. Yeah, we'll go here too. Oh man, this is gonna make us go all the way around. Do I want to do this? What if I do this? Well, okay, so either way I'm kind of SOL, or it's gonna make me, actually I like that way better. I like this better for some, whatever reason. We'll do that. I'm not sure why it's making me go like around like this. But we'll swing around Dr. Hammer, we'll go this way, we'll go here, I guess we'll stop by here, and then from here we'll figure out our next destination. I do like how there's nothing here. I'm just thinking it's probably because it's in preparation for whenever they get Mississippi ready, and then they'll have some connectors there, but still kind of funny that it's just like, looks like a whole bunch of nothing over here in this area. Well, let's get driving. Let's hit some checkpoints, shall we? Let's drive without our trailer here. In other recent news, so this is something I've been kind of thinking about for, I want to say it's been a few weeks, still kind of recent development, but I'm thinking I might want to go back to like a schedule, not saying like a dedicated schedule, but I do really think there is some benefit to, because you saw, I mean, obviously I posted about this stream a few days ago, and that was kind of more like, oh, like I knew that this game was going to come out, or like this DLC was going to come out today, and I was like, oh, it's perfect timing. Thursday, you know, I won't have work, I won't have to go to work tomorrow. It kind of works out, you know, it's kind of close to the weekend, and then I'll just kind of have that ready. But I really do want to start getting, because I used to have like a schedule, like when I was first starting out, I used to have a schedule that I would try to stick to, but I just felt like that was pretty, honestly, not great for me, just because like I do this as a hobby, and it just kind of felt like I was just kind of burning myself out by forcing myself to stream when I really didn't want to. So I'm, you know, on the one hand, you know, I realize the benefits of having the schedule, having people being able to not being at like so spontaneous and being like, oh, like having some sort of kind of cadence, be like, you know, people to have people expect to be able to kind of I'm wording this so poorly, but like basically just kind of having a way to for people to be able to kind of be like, oh, like preparations in advance, be ready for this stream. It may even just be like a day or a few days, but like even then, it's just like it's better than just me being all suddenly like, oh, here's a stream, here we go. And I feel like most people aren't just going to be spontaneously ready to watch and be like, okay, here we go, let's tune in. It'd probably be more beneficial for me to just be like, just have just kind of more advanced notice for that. Is this a food truck? Are we at the food truck? Are we at a festival? Interesting. Okay. I don't know what we're doing here. We are at Oh yeah, this is New. Oh my God, yeah, it's right there. The dome and the Super Juice Smoothie King Arena. But yeah, while this is happening, I'll talk a little bit more. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm entertaining the thought. Maybe not even like a schedule, but like some sort of like consistent, like, oh, Fridays I'll stream like say Fall Guys, and then Saturday I might stream Umu Musume, and then like Sundays I might stream like a variety game. So like something like that, where it's like, you know, like kind of have a consistent like, oh, this day you should expect this day you should expect this. So it's not necessarily like straight up being like, oh, this is the game I'm gonna play, but like kind of have an expectation that yes, I will be streaming this game on this day, just so people can maybe have that in the back of their mind, be like, oh, you know, they're gonna be streaming this day, let's maybe tune in, you know. So be a bit more consistent. So I'm still kind of fleshing out the details of, you know, what I want to. I definitely want to have Uma Musume be one of the games I stream on a weekly basis, just because I feel like one that's kind of been, and speaking kind of in a meta way, it's kind of been one of the more successful, kind of one of the more watched things of that people like to tune into for a good reason. You know, ever since the game came out on global, it's been exploding in popularity. So definitely want to have that as one of the kind of things that I stream on a weekly basis, if not a little bit more. But I feel like sometimes, you know, there's only really so much that you can stream in the game. I mean, it helps that, you know, there's both versions, you know, both versions, or at least one of them is going to have something, but it really honestly might just come down to, oh, CM training, which I don't know how fun that would really be, but, you know, maybe it'd be nice just to have that, and then people can tune in and just be like, kind of have an open AMA of ask me anything about the game and all that stuff, because I feel like, you know, my experience of playing the game since day one on the Japanese version should count for something. So, you know, be able to opine on some stuff. But yeah, no, definitely gotta go with that. Also, speaking of, oh, you're not turning. Okay. Oh, wow, that was close. Speaking of games, I know, I should probably actually announce this in advance as well, is that Gakumas next step 3 is actually a character I actually really like. It's a good old Lilia Katsuragi over here. I got a little acrylic stand of her right on my desk here that I'm looking at. Yeah, she's the next step 3. Her song is not good. I'm just gonna like I'll say that straight up. I think Lilia is my second favorite character in Gakumas. I really like her. I generally like kind of the underdog kind of type characters. Kind of the more, I don't want to say like kind of like insecure characters, but like that generally kind of feels like those tropes of like the underdog who doesn't really believe in themselves, and then they learn how to be more confident. There's a lot of characters like that in Musume too. I mean, Nice Nature, Wind Variation to an extent, Dansu Flame, all favorites of mine. You know, Tannhäuser, which, man, I remind me to get back into Tannhäuser, because there was a post on the subreddit, the Uma Musume subreddit, that kind of ticked me off a little bit. But we'll get into that later. I don't want to get too much of a tangent. But yeah, Lilia's getting her step 3. I like her character. I don't really like her songs that much. Like, her songs, I don't even know how to describe them. They're like, it's the kind of standard idol ballad, but not like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like idol ballad, but like not ballad. I don't know. You have to listen to her songs to really get what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's not very kind of standard idol stuff. And like, don't get me wrong, her first song is pretty good, Hakusen. Her second song, Hyoko, is also pretty good. It's decent. Like, it's not my least favorite song, but it's not. I'd say it's kind of like upper middle of the pack. in terms of tier list for songs that I like, but I don't know, like the preview of the song, what was it called? It was an English word. Oh god, it's not Aurora. Announcement, accomplishment. It was an English word that started with A. That's the name of her song. It actually might be coming out on Spotify in the next few hours, in 2 hours or so. But yeah, from the little I listened to that, I was like, not really the biggest fan. I think, and it felt like from reading comments on Twitter and social media and stuff, it felt like most people also felt like that, where it's just like, this feels like more of a song for Temari or like some the kind of someone who can hit those high notes. I'm not saying Lilia can't, but like it's just like it's not really her type of singing style, so it just doesn't really fit. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay, you know. We can deal with that. Her costume though, oh, what the fuck? I was trying to do a chef's kiss, and I think I just snorted into, just breathed awkwardly and just kind of almost like inhaled spit. That was weird. Sorry. What I was trying to do was, oh, chef's kiss, beautiful costume. Oh man, I'm so sad about the fact that I used up all my gems to try and pull Tsubame, which I don't know why I did that, because like I don't even really like Tsubame that much, but I just felt like I felt I had an obligation to have her first costume. Like I felt like I had to do that. Where the frick are we? Lake Pontchartrain, whatchamacallit. The Pont, that went really fast, I couldn't read that. The Pontchart, okay, it disappeared again, great, I love that. Hello police, I'm just here to get my checkpoints. Excuse, hello, honk honk, thank you, that's not a honk, that's what did I just press? I don't know what I just pressed. Yeah, no, but oh man, chef's kiss. And then I know right now it's the current gacha that's in the game is Ume's second single, which Gusu P. I tried listening to that. Oh man, the first few seconds of that song are brutal, and not in a good way. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't know. Here's the thing, Ume's songs. Okay, wait, Pontchartrain. Oh, that's so easy to pronounce. Okay, I just couldn't read that for whatever reason. Pontchartrain, Pontchartrain. Is it Pontchartrain or Pontchartrain? Because those are two different pronunciations. I don't know. Yeah, no, Ume's songs are hyper. I'll just put it that way. They're very hyper, very kind of the kind of the same vibe of like those kind of like the rhythm game, the arcade rhythm games you play in like Japanese arcades, like those types of songs. Definitely kind of has that vibes. It works for some reason with her first single, like Rolling Rice Ball is one of the songs I really do enjoy. I want to say it's one of my favorite first singles. It would be, if I had to give a ranking, it would probably be, or like tiers at least, I would say Saki song, Fighting My Way, Misuzu song, Moon Turtle, are probably S tier for me. A tier probably gets into like Luna Say Maybe with Temari, Fluoride, which is the Mao's song. Honestly, Tsubame's first single is actually pretty, it honestly hits. I would say it's A tier. And then, yeah, Rolling Rice Ball I think would also be in that A tier. But her other songs, like her birthday song was, I don't know what it was just some weird exercise song. And then, yeah, her second single was also just kind of a miss for me, so I don't know. And then that's pretty much it. Like, I haven't heard, like, she hasn't had the other songs yet, like, because she's added after the fact, so she's kind of in that weird no man's zone of just kind of not having that kind of songs. Like, she doesn't have like the second single, she doesn't have like the third songs, I guess, that they first released in like the concerts, but they haven't released musically yet, or they just recently released for most of the characters. Okay, now that I did the checkpoints, let me do a job. Okay, New Orleans. Also, what is? Oh, we could do one of these heavy jobs. That's always fun. I don't want to do that. I'd probably save that for later. We can transport a friggin' house. Let's just transport a house. There aren't that many jobs that are Louisiana. Oh, okay. I already did Fortran though. Lake Charles. Is there not any ones that like go up to like the northern part of the state? Shreveport. That works. Yeah, we can transport some rice over to Shreveport. Sounds good to me. I don't really care too much about the cost. I realized that I saw the cost there. I was like, that's not really that paying that much, which is hilarious because like the rates in this game are astronomically high compared to in real life where you only get paid like a couple of dollars per mile, if even that. Like even that's probably a lot. But this is just a game, you know. It's only a game. Also, oh, we're on another one of these like kind of fun little highway bridge over the water scenario types crossover. Oh, you can. Oh, that's fun. They have like kind of little function terminals things. Remain in lane. Haha. Screw the rules. Okay, so this is also going to be New Orleans, unless it's going to make me turn around or something. Where are we going? That's the better question. Oh, so this is all just water. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, we're going over here to Flavortown. All right, Flavortown it is. But yeah, the point is of this whole Gakumas discussion is, I think the next stream I'm gonna do, which is probably, I don't know, is it gonna come out? It might have already came out actually. Lilia's third step. If it already came out, I'll stream it tomorrow. If it's not gonna come out until the next day, I might do Saturday or Sunday. Sunday's iffy because Sunday, the Packers play the late afternoon. Actually, no, that works. So that might work. I can still like stream at like 6 o'clock or something, or maybe start a little bit earlier because I might want to start and end a little early so I can get ready for going to the office on Monday, which I don't want to think about because that's gonna be after the weekend, and we're not even at the weekend yet, so I'm not gonna think about that. But yeah, I guess all to say, expect a Gakuma stream this weekend, and I'll try my best to announce it before the fact. Just get that ready. I'm gonna try and make that a habit for me. Just kind of announce stuff beforehand, even if it is only gonna be like a few days before. Just have something like, yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be streaming this in Saturday. Get ready for that. And then so people can be ready for that. So maybe that might be the thing I do instead of just having like a dedicated day, like stream schedule. Like this is the day I'm going to stream this game. This is the day I'll schedule. Like I don't really think, because that kind of gets in the same problem of having a schedule where you just are committed to a day and you don't really, and then you know if you're like not really in the mood, then you have to force yourself, and then that leads to burnout, and that's not good because I don't really do this for any sort of job or anything, so it's not really that big of an obligation to do it. But still, you know, and I enjoy. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy streaming. Like I realize I don't do it as often as a lot of people, and like I've been kind of a little bit on it, but it's fun. You know, it's nice to just kind of have an outlet for me to shoot the shit and do whatever I want, you know, play games, you know, react to stuff, that kind of not that I do any reactions, but like kind of just do the things that I want to do, and really just kind of have an outlet, like a venting way to just kind of talk, because that's not something I really do, because I don't really, and this is kind of going to be really sad for me to say, but I don't really have that many friends. That's the really sad way of putting it. I don't know. It's not that I don't have any friends. It's just I'm not very much of a outgoing people person. So like usually I honestly go a day. I can go a day without saying a single word. Like I live alone. I just kind of do my thing. I just kind of, you know, I just kind of have my internal dialogue, thoughts, and all that stuff. So it's like I just don't really speak out loud. So like this is kind of a nice way for me to actually like just kind of talk and practice being social in a weird way, however it is, because I'm just mainly talking to a wall most of the time. But unless there's people in the chat, which if you're lurking, no shame in that. I am also a lurker in a lot of chats as well, so we love our lurkers, except apparently Twitch doesn't, because apparently they don't count those views anymore for whatever reason. I don't know, but which actually brings me to another point. Something that I've thought about for a while is I've thought about, and this is something I thought about before, but this is something that's come back to focus in the last few weeks, is that I've been thinking about setting up a multi-stream, like kind of not only streaming on Twitch, but also streaming on YouTube as well. because I do have a YouTube channel that I mainly just use for kind of posting all my VODs. But surprisingly, that channel can get a fair amount of views for some videos, and I would say for my Uma Musume videos, I actually do have a pretty good number of people who watch it. And like, surprisingly, the number of subscribers I have on that is not 0. It's actually pretty... It's not the number of subscribers I have on Twitter, followers I have on Twitch, but like, it's still a decent amount, which is kind of surprising to me, you know? Why would people subscribe to this channel that obviously just posts VOD histories and all that stuff? It's like, yeah, it's not really that interesting unless you watch that, but it's based on the analytics of what the few snippets of analytics that I see whenever I see go on my homepage. It just seems like most people just kind of maybe accidentally click the video, just stay for a few seconds and then leave. It's just like, which is fair. Like I'm kind of the same way. Like I get recommended like random streamers VODs, and I'm just like, why is this in my recommended? And then I just click not interested and then just kind of move on with my day. So I don't really blame people for that, you know. I'm also kind of the same oopsies. I'm also kind of the oopsies. So damn, look at this structure. Look at the way they got this kind of the skywalks here. That's pretty neat. I'm a sucker for architecture. I don't think I've really mentioned it in the past, but there was a point in my life where I actually did want to be an architect. So I took a summer camp where I learned how to do architecture stuff. Like we had a little project where we created models, and that's when I cut the time I cut myself with an X-Acto knife and learned just how sharp those suckers are. But yeah, we had like kind of little models of houses that we built. You know, we had to plan out like kind of how like each room, like the dimensions of each room, like where everything was going to be, all that stuff. It was fun. I have an appreciation for that, which is why a part of me thinks that maybe I might get into the Sims, you know, because there's a little bit of that aspect of creating houses and stuff. Not that that's the main thing in that world, or in that game, because obviously there's a lot more than just building houses and stuff. There are games where I think that is a main focus, and I do have a few games that I have in my library that I've never touched that are exactly that maybe I might play. I don't know if on stream, but maybe I might touch someday. Who knows? That's the gamer's plight. It feels like, you know, you have a whole catalog of games, most of which you just kind of look at. It's just like, oh yeah, maybe someday, and then you just never play them. I feel like it's a pretty universal thing. But maybe someday I'll touch some of those games. Maybe someday. I don't know. It feels like I wouldn't say a lot of those games, but like there's a decent number of those games that I bought solely for the purpose of maybe streaming one day, and then it's just like it never really came into fruition. So, and then it's just like, I don't know if I'll really stream it, to be quite honest, but it's there in the back of my mind. Who knows? You know, maybe someday. But yeah. Yeah. I realize I have not been hydrating, so I'm going to do that right now. Alright, well, making our way down Interstate 10, which I think is funny because that's also, like I said before, that's an intersection here as well. I mean, heck, this interstate, I think, is one of the big ones here in this country, where it goes, I think it goes all the way from Florida all the way here to California, so it goes far. Like, it's one of those big ones. Just like I-90, right? I think that goes from like Washington all the way to like the East Coast. Like a big old continuous highway. Uh-oh, what's going on here? We got ourselves a little accident. Uh-oh. Tisk. I love how the AI and the ways the accents go, because it's just like, you know, it's just like, oh, they crashed, and then it's just like, oh, and then they just move on with their day as if it doesn't even happen, which I think is kind of funny, because it's just like it's like, oh, okay, they just stand still for a few seconds, and it's like, okay, we're good now, and then they just move on. Look at that soccer field. Dang, they're still not going to count this as Baton Rouge. Do I? I can't. Oh wait, is this the Milky Man Bridge or whatever? Oh shoot, I think this is the Milky Man Bridge. Oh great, okay. We can finally figure out what the actual frick the name of this bridge is. Orris Wilson Bridge. Hold on a minute. that sign said the Horace Wilson Bridge. There is no way I read Wilson as Milky Man. There is no way. Did I really just goof up to the point of where I just read Wilson as Milky Man? There is no. Hold on a minute. That's not right. Am I that stupid? Okay, hold on. Here, okay. Yeah, okay, see? Look at that. It's Wilkinson. Milky Man. Yeah, you know, Horace Wilkinson, Horace Milky Man. Same thing. Same, you know, if your last name is Wilkinson, you can now refer to yourself as the Milkman, I guess. God, I am an idiot. Okay. Wait, that's weird though, right? Because, like, on the one side it said Horace Wilkinson, on the other it said Horace Wilson. I am confusion. That's okay, whatever. That's weird. Who cares? I guess, you know, maybe they named it after two people. Oh, wait, you know what it was? Was it two separate bridges? Hold on. Oh, no, it's one bridge. What? I'm confused. I am confusion. Also, I almost crashed into that truck because I didn't know what direction I was steering. I was gonna say, if it was two bridges, maybe that would have made sense. Maybe it was like one way was the Wilkinson, the other way was Wilson. But it looks like it's just one bridge. So now I'm confused again. Ah, whatever. Whatever. Well, I'm not gonna think about it too hard. In the other meantime, I'm just gonna do a little bit. Oh, it's the Jambalaya River. Yep. We're reverting back to We're taking the other way. You know, we had the one way and now we're going the other way. Oh, hibbity hobbity. Where's the check? Oh, there it is. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, that's the we're passing by the video checkpoint, but we'll hit that eventually, maybe someday, but I'm too busy trying to get over to the city we need to go to, which I completely forgot what city it is. But in the meantime, we're just passing by. Look at this nice nature. Look at this. Look at all that. Look at all that bayou or bog or whatever. I don't know. Is this a bayou? Sure, it looks like it. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But where are we going? Actually, we're going to. Oh right, Shreveport. We're going up to Shreveport over in northern Louisiana. There is one area that I am a little interested in going to. Hold on. Let me try and find it in the map. That's not the map button. Press the pause button. Map button. There is one area I remember seeing in the blog post that I was like, ooh, that could be interesting. It's the place where they make Tabasco. I'm trying to remember where it is. I can probably tell if I look at the company names, because in this game it's like jalapeno or whatever. So if you see a jalapeno, holler at me, and then we can try and go over there, because I would be interested to see what that looks like. And I'm sure there might be like a cutscene or something. There might be like some sort of like photo or like cutscene or something of it, but I'm not seeing. I would assume it'd probably be like kind of closer to the south. So maybe it's like down here. Jalapeno, where are you at? Jalapeno? Is it over here? No. Jalapeno. I feel very stupid. I mean, I would assume it's in the southern part of the state, but maybe not. Where is the... Actually, you know what? Let me look at my phone. Let me look up where Tabasco sauce is made. No, not Tabasco pepper. You frick. Tabasco sauce. Origin. Yeah, Avery Island, Louisiana. Now, where is Avery Island, Louisiana? Southern Louisiana. Yeah, okay, Avery Island in southern Louisiana. Okay, show me the map. Show me the map. Show me the map. Show me the map. It is near... Okay, it's near Lafayette, kind of in the center. Okay, so it's gotta be over here. It's gotta be over here then. Like around here. Is it this? Is it the flavor fair? It might be this. Okay. Well, I was wrong. Okay, it's not jalapeno. It's the flavor fair. Okay, so this is where it is. I'm like debating whether or not, maybe I might just finish this, transport myself over to Lafayette, make my way over here, look at that. Maybe, and then, yeah, maybe deliver something from here, and then pray that it goes to one of these cities. Because let's see, I still, for some reason, I still need to hit Baton Rouge. The Ritter is still right there. I'm gonna hit Shreveport. I might hit Nachi Tochis, the Nacho Tochis, and then Monroe's up here. So, yeah, okay. Oh, Jesus H. Okay, that was a weird camera angle. Wait a second. This is my exit, but hold on a minute. Oh, yep, okay. I didn't realize I was going that fast. Right. But yeah, okay. We'll hit the Tabasco factory eventually, because I want to see what that looks like. Because I was like, oh, that might be interesting to see what that looks like in the game. And it looks like there is a little cutscene for it, so you know the game even realizes that it's kind of a, I won't say important area, but it's an area of note. Just say. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge Tabasco buff. Like, if I had to choose like hot sauces, like generic hot sauces, or not generic, but like hot sauces that you can get like anywhere at a grocery store, it'd probably be like one of the Mexican ones, like Cholula. There was the other one, Tapatio. Yeah, Tapatio, Cholula. Is it Cholula? I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know it's Tapatio. I definitely remember Tapatio. But yeah, those I feel like are a little bit better. Don't get me wrong, Tabasco's still decent, but like I feel like it's, you know, take it or leave it. I know my mom really actually does like Tabasco. She has that for some of the things that she eats, like actually, you know what, for like tuna melts and stuff, like it goes pretty hard with tuna melts, not gonna lie. You put that on top and then you just kind of have your mouth go all tingly from the amount of hot sauce that you put on top there. But it's all good, you know. I got my genes that are good with the hot stuff, so I feel like I'm decent with hot stuff. It's just the only issue is I'm just really sweaty. I'm just a naturally sweaty person, so it just looks like I'm suffering, but I'm not. It's like I'm fine, you know. I'm fine. It just looks like I'm sweating, but I'm fine on the inside. Is that a bus? Oh wow. Interesting. Get more hydration. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. What other shenanigans? What other shenanigans? I feel like there's a lot of things I had in my mind to talk about, and there's no way I've exhausted everything. But it also usually is the case where I just get into a random tangent, and suddenly we start talking about random things for the next like 30 minutes or an hour or whatever. Which is usually how these streams go. That's the appeal of it, right? You know, that's why I call it Truckin and Yappin. That's why I put the trademark there, because that's how it is. Because I obviously trademarked it. Duh. You know, that's a totally thing I did. Let's see. Did I get? I swear I thought I heard like the achievement, like doo-doo ding thing, but apparently not. Okay, I discovered Alexandria. Okay, so we're 2 cities away from getting that achievement. That was weird. I thought I heard like a muffled like doo-doo or whatever, like the little ping that you get from getting an achievement, but I didn't get one. I don't know. That was weird. Whatever. Just my imagination, I guess. Speaking of games, yeah, that was the next thing I was going to talk about was... I mentioned I haven't been playing this game as much, but I've been really getting into... actually, I don't think I mentioned this. One of the things that I got over the Thanksgiving break was I actually got a Switch 2 for my birthday/Christmas gift. So, yeah, fun times there. Yeah, I finally took the plunge, you know. I was debating whether I wanted to get the Switch 2 or a Steam Deck. And then in the end, I was just like, well, you know, Steam Deck would be nice for certain situations, but I feel like the Switch 2 would be kind of a little bit more used for more situations, like not just like gaming on the go or anything like that, but like actually like gaming in the house, like that kind of thing, gaming on the couch. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll just get the Switch 2, you know, prepare myself for any exclusive games that are coming my way. Like I got the bundle with Mario Kart World, so I've been playing that. That's been fun, you know. Doing the open drive has been super fun, because I'm a sucker for like open world stuff, which is why like when which surprisingly is, or for me at least, I'm surprised I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but like I did play Tears of the Kingdom, and I really enjoyed that, just kind of exploring all the open worlds and stuff, discovering everything. Like stuff like that is just really fun for me. So and that ties back into why I was disappointed with Pokemon Legends ZA. Why I was disappointed that I found out, like when I found out that there isn't really that much exploration that you can do. Like you're pretty limited to certain buildings that you can go to. Like it felt like from what they said. Oh, we're in Nachitochis. It felt like from what they were saying that you could, you could do a lot of exploration around Luminos. There's like a whole bunch of buildings that you can go into. It's just like, it's like a whole big urban area. It's kind of similar to, in a way, kind of similar to Legends Arceus, where you have a whole bunch of areas that you can go to. But unfortunately, it seems like that's not really the case. And I could be wrong. Maybe I could be listening to haters that are trying to make their point and exaggerating a little bit more. But I don't know. It just seems like it's weird because it's like the consensus I'm getting is that one, it's not great, but also it's fun. It's limited in the sense that it's like I mentioned with the open world stuff, but it's still a fun game to play apparently. So I'm conflicted on whether or not I actually do want to get it now that I do have a Switch 2. But given how freaking expensive the mainline games for Switch 2 are, especially Mario Kart World, $79.99. Brother, it's like, okay, well at that point you have to get the bundle and then you save like $30 or whatever. It's like, oh man. But yeah, so I'm living with Mario Kart World for now, and then I'm most likely gonna get Kirby Air Riders at some point, which did release about a week or two ago-ish. So I mean, I'm a Kirby fan. I haven't actually played a Kirby game in a while though. I say I'm a Kirby fan, but like the last Kirby game I played was probably... Oh man, what was the last Kirby game I played? Superstar Ultra? That was a long time ago though, so you can see like I'm just like... I say that, like, I didn't play Forgotten Worlds on the Switch, I didn't play any of the like Switch ones, like Triple Deluxe. Is Triple Deluxe even a Switch game? That might have been a Wii U game actually. That's saying how old I am, or how long it's been since I played one of those games. Oh, you know what? Technically speaking, I think the last Kirby game I played was that short-lived multiplayer competitive game, the Kirby's Dream Run or whatever, the one where you eat a lot of food. That was the last one I played, but that doesn't really feel like that counts as a Kirby game. That's just more kind of using Kirby as like a character, and then it's just kind of a whole different... Ooh, this song. Oh, this is my exit. Oh no, don't tip. Okay. Jamming, too busy jamming out. Anyway, all to say, I'll probably get the Kirby Air Riders. I never played the original Kirby Air Riders for GameCube. Excuse me, thank you. But it looks interesting enough, so why not? I'll definitely get into it. So I'll have that to look forward to. And then other than that, there's like, what, Donkey Kong Bonanza? I mean, I've heard good things about that, but I'm just like, I never played a Donkey Kong game, so I don't really know if I really want to get it. But that's also a potential option for sure. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things. I mean, it's kind of the same way with the original Switch, right? Where it's like the initial game lineup was hella underwhelming, but that's why you just kind of have to wait until they release more and more games, and then you can be like, okay, now I can kind of really get into it. But it's still kind of early in the life cycle where it feels like there's not really that many games out. And there we go, we have done it. We got the Pelican State achievement by discovering Shreveport. I'm not a huge fan of how they changed it so you don't have to discover every... I mean, it is kind of nice that you don't have to discover every city, but I kind of wish you did have to do that, because now you just have to discover a subset, because I got that achievement even though there's 2 cities I haven't discovered, so it feels like I haven't discovered everything yet. Doesn't feel right to me, but maybe that's just me. Okay, where do you need it? Where are you taking me? Where are you taking me, Dayton? Who knows? Who knows where I'm going? Oh, right. This is easy. Unless... No, this is easy. What the hell? Okay. Thank you for making it easy for me. This is the easiest ones I've had to do. This is a challenging one? You kidding me? I'm not complaining. Sure, why not? Okay. take your wins when you leave them. Alright, there we go. Nice. Good shenanigans. Okay. Alright, let's see. We are at Shreveport, Louisiana. Right, so I think now what I want to do is I probably want to... Okay, before I do that, let me see. Is there any good routes from Shreveport to anywhere else? Shreveport, McAllister, Shreveport. Honestly, I kind of want to take one of these heavy jobs. Oh wow, we're really just getting all the songs that I have on my playlist. Actually, I might just do this one. And then make it so that I pass by D. Ritter on the way instead of taking this route, which is going to be a bit of a detour, but I might just do that instead. So we'll do one of these. And oh my god, this camera angle. And then we'll move from there. And then, yeah, I'll hit D. Ritter, and then the last city then I'll have to hit is Monroe, and then I can probably just either A, find a job for that, or teleport myself over. And that's fine either way, I don't really care. Hello? Please? Thank you. Oh. Okay, well. I don't know what your job is, but, you know, good job standing there, you know? That's good work, kid. Good work, champ. Really putting yourself out there. Alright, oh, yeah. Farmer's Barn. Farmer John. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Just like Truckin, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Okay, I'm actually going to follow traffic rules for the first time in my life. In this game, I should clarify that very, very quickly. I should clarify I'm a very safe driver. But yeah, we'll just we'll pretend that like we're actually, you know, like a law-abiding citizen in the trucking world in this game. Ugh. Man, it's already 8 o'clock. It's already been 2 hours. Dang, it just still feels like we already got started. But to be fair, we did get that achievement, so we've made pretty good dent. Hold on, I'm curious how much of Missouri or Louisiana? How the frick did I call it Missouri? How much of? I'll say it again. Louisiana, we discovered 16.81%. Okay, so we still got plenty. I mean, heck, we haven't even touched a lot of these major routes yet. I feel like if this is definitely gonna get a good dent. We can get a Baton Rouge here. Like I said, I want to try and get to here. This is one of my main goals. And then yeah, we gotta hit Monroe at some point. And I do want to hit some of these other kind of checkpoints if I can. But I might end it off on just kind of starting from Louisiana and then kind of going somewhere, or I don't know. We'll see about that. But I do want to at least get one big run in, and then probably just end it on that. This might not be the longest stream, to be honest. Like I said, I still have to wake up tomorrow. And luckily I don't have to drive to an office, but I still have to work tomorrow. Or work, in air quotes. Like I said, I don't really have... Oh my goodness. That was my fault. So I don't have that much to do right now. Here's what it is. Okay. Enough of being a law-abiding citizen, I'm just gonna do it that way. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be... Oh, wait a second, I've made a huge mistake. If I just veer myself over, they'll stop, right? Well, they stopped. At least I didn't get any damage from that. Okay. Oh, another song that has been in my playlist. Wow, okay. Is this just all songs that are on my playlist? Is that what it is? I thought that there were 1,000 songs on here. How am I know there are people that think, you know, with Spotify Shuffle that there's some weird shenanigans with it. I just think it's random chance. I just think it's what do you call it? Confirmation bias, where people are like, oh, it's just playing my songs over and over, like the ones I listen to a lot over, and it's like mainly or whatever. Oh wait, hold on, this is a photo zone. Stop. What am I taking a photo of, though, is the question. Wait, that's a good question. What am I taking a photo of? Apparently there's a photo zone down here. Where's the photo, ma'am? Unless I made it past it or something. Apparently it's this, though. Right? Am I stupid? There was one. Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. What? Oh, it's this. It's the Shreveport Pillar and Towers. Okay. I was like, what am I taking a picture of? Hello? Is that what it is? Yeah, it is. Okay, wow. Interesting. Actually, while we're on the way, that's not the correct way. Okay. I was gonna be like, I see a checkpoint right there, so let me do that. And go a little bit of a detour. Oh, is this a one-way? Well, screw that. Screw your one-ways. Okay. Man, it's a good thing I have money. It's a good thing I don't follow the rules in this game. I love not following rules. You click that. Okay. Alright. Shreveport. Take a look around this wonderful city in the northern area of the state. Yeah, it's the Shreveport Convention Center. Sanctuary Hotels. Definitely a real hotel. Hotel. Nice. Hotel. We got 2 hotels appropriately labeled. There's a guy just standing there. I don't know what he's doing. Probably just stalking somebody. Very good, very good. Buildings, nice. Jazz night every Saturday. Oh yeah, looking forward to that. Jazz night. That's something I want to do every day, every Saturday. More buildings, nice. Oh, nice. Ooh, mural. Actually, that's pretty cool. Is that a? Oh, it's a market. I don't know why. I thought it was like a bus terminal or something. Yeah, this is the like a market or something. I mean, this is we just passed by these. These are like the towers, right? Region. My favorite company, Region. Oh, look at that beautiful brown water. Delicious. Drink it right up. Delicious. Tastes like chocolate. What am I saying? I don't know. But those are bridges, alright. Great. Well, that was Shreveport. I loved it. 10 out of 10 will come back again. Alright. Let's go break some traffic laws. Excuse me. Thank you. Honestly, while I'm here, let me do some. Okay, well, this is also one way, so I'm just totally breaking the rules. I was gonna be like, while I'm here. Oh no, this is not great. Stop, Charlie, stop. I was gonna say while I'm here, I might as well kind of drive through some of this so I can mark them as driven through. Is the right term? Mark as drove. And just have that in my list, even though it looks like it's like, why are you just kind of going around in circles? There's a reason for my madness. I'm just trying to get all these as marked so I don't have to come back later. Back at the markets. Very good. Fine, I'm a law-abiding citizen now. Okay, well, are you gonna turn or are you gonna not turn? You're not turning. Okay, well, it's a good thing I stopped. For once in my life, I actually stopped. Amazing. Okay. Okay, now I think we can just kind of keep going straight here. Oh my god, I'm an idiot! Alright, where's the nearest repair shop? I kind of probably should go to that right now. Okay, there is some shenanigans going on. This playlist has been playing nothing but songs that are on my playlist. That's a really weird way of putting it. No, but that's weird, right? It's just like there's 1,000 songs. Hold on, let me look at this playlist. Does this playlist only consist of my songs for some reason? Yeah, there are 1,000 songs in here, and a good majority of them are ones that aren't checkmarked, which means they aren't on my playlist. How? I'm just gonna chalk that up to confirmation bias, because this has only happened like 6 times or something, and we were 2 hours in, so we probably would have listened to like 20-ish songs, 20, 25, so I guess that's fair, you know, I guess that checks out. Checks out. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh right, I was seeing if I can just where the nearest repair shop is, so I can just stop by that if that's on the way, which it sure doesn't look like it unless I take this highway, which I don't want to because I want to go to DeRidder. So that's a bit of a shitter. Unless I have to drive all the way to DeRidder, take this, go here. Oh, that's a detour though. Man, turns out maybe you shouldn't get into too many crashes, because otherwise you kind of have to get into situations like this. The other thing I could do is I could just drive down here to Highway 20, take this, go. I might just do that. Okay, we'll do that after I get my load. Oh, well, fine. I need to repair anyway. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sir, you're in my way. Thank you. And goodbye. Okay. Oh, I'm zoomed in. I was like, why am I so zoomed in? Because I am zoomed in. Okay. Oh, this is something I was going to talk about, but I was like, oh, remind me to talk about this. Tannhäuser. Okay. There was a post on the subreddit today. Man, I don't really want to talk about it too much because it honestly does kind of... It's just... Honestly, it goes back to the whole thing about people calling Machikane Tannhäuser Mambo, which... At this point, I think I'm just gonna give up and just be like, you know what, if you want to call her that, dude, just do that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be shaking the fist angrily, be like, oh, that's not her nickname, blah, 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 because there was a specific post about, like, somebody calling people out on that. It's like the Wojak meme of, like, angry Wojak being like, oh, you don't want to call her Town... It's, like, exact thing I would say. It's like, oh, you can't call her Tannhäuser because... Or, you can't call her Mambo because that's not her real nickname, that's the name of the horse. And then it's just like, oh, Mambo. And then it's just, like, the other... Wojak being like Mambo, and then there were plenty of there were like I wouldn't say plenty of comments, but there were comments about people. Like there was one commenter being like, oh, like I saw, like I was like, oh, I called her Mambo one time, and then there was a comment saying like, you know, doing this exact thing. So then I started calling her Mambo out of spite to be like to annoy her, to annoy that guy, and I'm like, honestly, there are definitely going to be people like that where it's just like, oh, like you tell them that, and it's just like, well. What is it called? It's not the Streisand effect, but it's kind of along those veins where it's like, oh, well, no, it's not the Streisand. The Streisand effect is a completely different thing, but it's kind of those, it's, I don't know what exactly it's called, but it's definitely this phenomenon where it's just like you say like, oh, like don't do this, and then people are just like, well, you said you said I shouldn't do this, so now I'm totally gonna do this to spite you, you know? There's some people like that where it's just like they're trying to be like spiteful little assholes, or it's like, oh yeah, let me just do this just for the sole purpose of annoying you. So at this point, I think I'm more just like, you know, like, I think I'll just say my piece now where it's like, okay, seriously, what is going on? This playlist. Okay, that's interesting. Not that I'm complaining, honestly, that's good. I'm glad it's playing the songs that are on my playlist, because that means they're good songs that I enjoy, instead of the random wannabe rap... Hello? Instead of the wannabe rap songs that occasionally show up on this playlists. But yeah, I think starting from now, I'm not going to get too hung up on whenever people call Tannhäuser Mambo. You know, it is what it is, you know, it's a meme, all that. I'm just gonna secretly think that they're tourists, because most of them probably are. They're probably gonna be people who don't know a single thing about the character. Like, you know, do you know her? Just like, I'm just gonna be like, oh, do you know her catchphrase? Do you know what she said? And it's like, if you don't know, she does the whole AA moon, then, you know, tourist. That's what I'm just gonna. That's gonna be my go-to from now on. You know, most. Not that I'm trying to be an elitist or anything, but there really are. There is a I don't want to say a good number, but there is a number of people, Uma Musume fans, new Uma Musume fans, who Yeah, I think the best way you can put it is tourists. You know, they don't know a single thing about the freaking horses. All they know is like the freaking memes, like Mambo or Goo Goo Babies or all the fucking or like anything but racing or like what else? I don't freaking know, but like other stuff like that, where it's like there's other stuff besides that. But sure, let's just Flanderize Super Creek as the freaking Goo Goo Baby. So every time that anything comes up with her, it's just like, oh, Goo Goo Baby's this, Goo Goo Baby's that, and like it's made even worse by the fact that anytime she shows up in the anime, the Cinderella Grey anime, it's just like, and she shows up with her trainer. Now it's like, oh, look at her, it's just like a member of Goo Goo Babies, and it's just like, let me shoot myself. It's just like, ah, okay, great, I love that. Yeah, that's so funny. That's the 700th time I've heard that, and it's still funny. The internet in a nutshell. Honestly, Reddit in a nutshell. Oh shoot, I forgot to. Oh frick, I forgot to stop by the. Oh wait a second. Ah, shnikes, I told myself I was gonna go this way. Oh no. Oh, I know this song. I was like, what the hell am I listening to? Okay, yeah. Okay, oh, what the frick? Okay, this should be fine. The Ritter, okay. And then I'll stop by here. Okay, that should be good. Okay. Okay, we're still fine. It just means I have to go down this highway. Okay. I forgot what I was talking about. I mean, I know it was Uma Musume. I don't know, Super Creek. Yeah, Super Creek, yeah. Or like people calling Still in Love a yandere, which, I mean, yeah, but she's not really. I feel like there's a bit more nuance to her than that, but of course people aren't going to know that. They're just going to be like, oh, look at the horse that wants to kill me in my sleep. Or has the crazy eyes or whatever. Can't... This... I don't know. Honestly, stuff like this is really why I'm not too deep into fandoms and stuff. I don't go too deep into like Twitter or Reddit, any of that, or just go too deep into these kinds of fandoms. I kind of just do my own thing when it comes to stuff like this. Like, when it comes to stuff like, you know, Project Sakai, Gakumas, oh my god. Dude, the Gakumas sub... Okay, I don't know what's going on recently with the Gakumas subreddit. It's always kind of been, I mean, it's always been kind of dead. That's obviously the thing with the game that's only Japanese, but there's been an influx of posts recently of, well, there's always been kind of like fan art posts of, I'm pretty sure just like karma farmers and bots just posting art and just trying to farm upvotes. But there was a post, like there's been a series of posts recently of people like posting about like, oh, look at, I think it's just one specific guy, and then it's just been guys who is, like gooners who have been agreeing with him, like, a person being like posting a picture of Ume and being like, oh, look at this, look at her, I want to and their quote's not mine, I want to fertilize her, haha. And I'm like, the fuck am I reading? Excuse me? It's like, that is not even, putting aside the whole logistics of the fact that, oh, she's underage, blah blah blah, like I don't really give a hello? Why did I stop? Oh, vehicle malfunction. I was like, hello? Why did I suddenly stop? This is why he needs to go to a repair shop. But yeah, even, like, okay, there's the whole thing of, oh, she's under it, well, I don't really care. It's whatever, that's a fictional kid. That's just creepy in general. Like, I'm not trying to kink shame or anything, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, let's keep the gooner talk to a minimum. Let's try to be a bit more... I'm not trying to be the voice of reason or anything, but it's just like, man, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I have my gooner moments, you know, I'm not impervious to that kind of stuff. I don't really, and I don't really go too goony when I do these. Sometimes I do, but I haven't really had any, like, I think it's some of the stuff that, it's the stuff that I stream where it's just like I don't really give myself moments to goon out. I feel like that's why I wanted to play something like a Monster Prom or some sort of like dating sim where I can be like, you know, simp out over characters. Because that's totally a thing that you can do, and that's totally fair. But there's ways of doing that that are ones that make me question reality or humanity. And then there's others that it's just like, oh, okay. All to say, there's been a huge influx of horny posts in that subreddit that I'm just like, Why am I on this subreddit? I don't know. It's like, I don't like that. Um, but it's whatever. You know, if that's the biggest problem that I have in my life, I'd say I have a pretty good life. And honestly, I'm not saying that's the biggest problem I have in my life, but that just makes me realize, you know, my life's pretty good so far. My life's not too... I have it pretty good compared to a lot of people, and I feel fortunate in the fact that I can say that, so... It's all good in the hood. But deep down, I knew there were many socio and economic problems in the hood. It is what it is. Alright, well, we're making our way to De Ritter in Lake Charles. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, to be honest. That's okay. It's like city names in Wisconsin. There's quite a number of city names that's just like very interesting. Economawalk, Manitoba. I don't even think I'm pronouncing it right technically. Waukesha. Waukesha's not that hard to pronounce. What are some harder names to pronounce? I mean, Economawalk I think is like one of the bigger examples because it's literally like it's Oconomowoc. I don't know. It's a long ass name of a city, and people don't know how to pronounce it for whatever reason. But if you live in the state long enough, you kind of get around. I think you kind of learn to kind of pronounce those cities, and and that's how people learn you're a Wisconsin native. The other thing I've noticed is like when people who don't live in Wisconsin like to really emphasize the C in the state, so like Wisconsin for whatever reason. And I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like if you actually do live in the state, you kind of pronounce it like Wisconsin, like not Wisconsin. I think it's more so like, you know, like you're pronouncing it as if like the C is also in the first syllable, as opposed to where I feel like it should probably be more of the second syllable thing. So it's like Wisconsin, not Wisconsin. I don't know. That's maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is actually supposed to be pronounced Wisconsin, but I've lived in the States for a good number of years, and I feel like from my experience, I've always pronounced it Wisconsin, and like I feel like most people living there pronounced it Wisconsin, not Wisconsin, or however else people pronounce it. I don't know, semantics, you know, all that stuff, you know. Regional variances with how people say words. It's the joys of language, you know. It's not just English either. It's got all the regional dialects in all these different languages across the countries in the world. It's what makes each region unique. All the fun stuff there. Nice little forest area. Yeah, well, I mean, we're 2.5 hours in, and I'm just thinking, like, you know, initial impressions so far. Oh, what the fuck was that? That was weird. Okay, that was a weird little bug. It's just kind of dark, but all of a sudden it got bright. That's funny timing, as I was about to say my initial impressions of this game, or of this map DLC. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far. It's not. It's got some. And I kind of knew going in that this is going to be a little bit different because Louisiana is kind of the first of these kinds of kind of the Gulf of Mexico kind of states, like the Gulf states, where it has a lot of the kind of varied backgrounds and biomes and stuff. It's very interesting in that regard. So I was curious to see how they would pull it off, and knowing SCS, I knew they would definitely do a pretty good job with it, and I'd say it's pretty fun. It's fun to kind of be driving around these kind of areas, kind of seeing all the different biomes. I'm speaking of like Minecraft or something, but like all these different regions and stuff. It's nice. I'm enjoying my time so far. It's good stuff. And we discovered De Ritter, the city, De Ritter, the Rider. I don't know. However you pronounce it. Okay, so now that we're here, I'm gonna go stop by the repair shop real quick, get myself all fixed up, and then we'll head on over to where we actually need to be, which I think was Baton Rouge, right? So yeah, finally discovered that after passing by it so many times for whatever reason. Oh, there's a photo spot. Well, I gotta turn here, but I think the photo spot's over there anyway. But let me see. Okay, the photo spot is of Divitter. Oh, okay. It's just the city. Interesting. Okay. Guess I'll just, that works, I guess. Ah, stop it! Not much I can do about that when I was, you know, right in the middle of just throwing that. Oh, look at that! Look at that guy! Look at that guy shooting free throws. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hmm. That's horrifying. That's not good. I don't like that. Normally, the modeling in this game of people is usually pretty good, but this one, I wouldn't consider this one a person. I don't. I think I just discovered a creature, La Creatura, La Creatura of whatever the frick we are, D-Ritter. Yeah, because I mean, I'm sorry. Look at the way they're walking. I thought they were trying to like shoot free throws or something, but like, what in the world is going on? What are they doing? They're just walk. I mean, okay, they're probably actually trying to like shoot a basketball. It's like trying to do like a basketball thing or something because they're right at the hoop there. But like, what the frick are they doing? Oh, that's okay. Well, okay. Let's just get out of here. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Okay, even though I took a picture of it. That was horrifying. Did not enjoy that. As somebody who does not play horror games, that looks like something that just would have come out of a horror game. Granted, like a PS2 style or something with like low poly, but not PS2 low poly. Like an N64 thing with like low graphics and stuff. But like, still horrifying. Terrible, terrible. Not ideal. Would not like to be that guy. Okay. Oh wait, what the frick right here? Oh, this is a random area. No outlet. Yeah, I sure hope it does. That joke doesn't apply as well. Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Okay. By the way, I'm sure there's probably going to be some hidden roads. Oh, I love how this truck repair shop is just in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, there's got to be some hidden roads, and I'm curious if we can try and find one here in this state. Because I guarantee you, there's got to be at least one. Sorry, that was my dinner. Yeah, there's definitely got to be at least one hidden road out there. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, now we're all repaired up and ready to go. Let's get back onto the road. Let's get out of here. Get out of this cursed city, apparently filled with demon monsters. And by filled, I mean the one case of demon monster I saw. But I do not want to dive deeper and see if there are any more like them, like that guy. That was yikes. A turn here. Oh, geez, this is gonna be a bit of a. Gotta be careful here. Look both ways before crossing the street. I can't see. Yes, thank you for stopping. Okay. Well, didn't matter. I hit them anyway with my long ass trailer. My long ass trailer. Not long ass trailer. Long ass trailer. Okay, actually, you know what? I might be running low on gas. I'll be fine. I was like, I might be running low on gas. I might stop by after this trip, maybe? Or maybe there might be one on the way. Man, speaking of gas, and I kind of already knew this before moving here, but man, gas is expensive in California. Or maybe it's just SoCal, but like... Bro, gas is so... I mean, everything's expensive here, but, like, gas, especially. Like, it's usually pretty good if I can find, well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty good if I can find a place that's under $5. Granted, I go to a place that is relatively expensive. I could go to like a cheaper place, but I'm not gonna subject my new car to that. I'd rather take the L and, you know, get some more primo gas. But still, it's just like, dang, like, if I can find a place that's under $5, that's pretty good. And I did find one today, because I did have to fill up on the way back from work. Because that's what I usually do, because there is a gas station near me, very close to me, but it's usually $6 per gallon for, like, the premium stuff, and I'm like, that's so fucking expensive. I'm like, I can just drive around and find places that are, like, way cheaper. In fact, the place I went to, or the place I filled up in, is still in the same city. So it's not like I had to go, like, and granted, I work in a city that they're, like, miles and miles away, in a whole different city. Not a whole different county, but a whole different city. But even then, I didn't have to drive that far from where I lived to get decently priced gas. Speaking of expensive stuff, man, the boba I got today, it's pretty good. I mean, I tried a new place, but how much was it? Like $7.75? And I'm like, oh my lord. Boba is, I mean, I already knew boba was expensive. Like it's rare to find any place that is less than $5 for a boba. Like even just a simple milk tea with boba pearls. But like nowadays it feels like it's around like $6, $7, and I'm like, oh man, like I honestly, with the amount of boba I drink, I might as well just make my own. And I've talked about this before, I'm sure, with like the whole like making your own, just like, because there's definitely like in like Asian stores, I know, especially like Korean stores like H Mart and stuff, they definitely sell like like not even like tapioca pearls, but like ready make your own like kind of like just like put them in like water, microwave it or whatever, and then you have the tapioca pearls like already with the kind of the brown sugar flavor ready. Like you don't have to do the whole process of boiling the tapioca, putting them in like simple syrup or whatever, and then like kind of going through all that. Like they make it easier for you to just kind of have those boba pearls ready for you, and then you can just create your own milk tea pretty easily. Just get some packets of brown, or like not brown, black tea or whatever kind of tea you like, and then just kind of combine that with some milk, get that hot and ready, and then bam, you got yourself a milk tea, and then you just combine that with the pearls, and then you can probably get something like a boba milk tea that isn't going to be like exorbitantly expensive. I might have to start doing that. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good boba places around here, which is the nice part about living here. It's just, man, I can definitely cut, or not cut costs, but like save a little bit of money on my behalf of just kind of not having to go out of my way to those places. So, because that feels like that's a general thing for me, where it's like my constant thing has been either like I've been trying a whole bunch of places around me. The general thing has usually been like, oh, it's good, but man, it's expensive. Like, and so it's like, oh man, let me try and find some place that may be a little bit cheaper and is also as good. But they are all kind of still relatively in the same kind of expensive price range. It's when it starts getting up to like above $7, like $7.50, that it's like, okay, then it's just like, no, that's expensive. That's what I consider expensive now. Now I feel like I expect to pay like $6, $7, and that's crazy. Like, because when I was in college, like it feels like $5 was like the most I'd ever pay for a boba, and then it's just like anything above that, it's like, oh, that's pretty expensive. I don't know about that, but that's the life we live in nowadays. That's everything's expensive nowadays, and yet our salaries aren't raised enough to make up for that. So that's how our life works now. Economy, woo, yay, I love it. And by I love it, I mean I want to be sad, because I am sad. Oh well. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, sorry, I was just like, somebody was calling me for some reason. I was like, please. I don't know, I feel like this might be sampling bias or something, but I feel like a lot of people I know don't answer phone calls. Like, None of my friends really do it. None of my family, my family, I guess my mom, but like she doesn't answer unknown phone calls, and I don't do that either. Because my thinking is, if this is an important phone call, you're gonna leave a message, right? And like a majority of the time, those phone calls are like, you know, like telemarketer, spam, that kind of thing. Like they rely on you picking up so that they can track that it is an active number. Because if you don't pick up, then they're like, oh, it's whatever. We'll move on to the next random number we have. So that's been my mindset of, okay, well that's why I'm just gonna not pick up. I'm just gonna leave it hanging. And you know, if it is actually important, leave a message at the beep, beep. So. Man, I have not been keeping track of the time in the game because like it's about to get dark. It's going to be dark by the time we get over to our destination again, which actually warms up. It actually lines up perfectly because as you can see, we're starting to get pretty tired. But it's okay because we only have an hour. Man, we're running low on everything. We're running low on gas. We're running low on sleep. We're running low on patience. Running low on fumes. Well, that's also just gas. That's the gas stuff. So, eats, deletus. Okay, you know what? This is nice. Like this exact time right now in this game, where it's like not too dark, but it is kind of dark. So you kind of get the little bit of the ambiance of the darkening atmosphere, but it's not too pitch dark to the point where you can't see anything. So it's like a little bit of the in-between. Also, have we already been? We have been. Okay, I was gonna say, this is familiar. I remember, feel like, yeah, because, okay, there's the checkpoint that I've skipped for, I think, like the third time at this point. Like, I've driven down this road before. I've definitely seen this. The bridges over the Bayou or whatever. But I think this time we're actually gonna get into the city, take the exit, one of the exits here. We can actually discover Baton Rouge instead of just passing by. Yeah, there it is, the Atchoo River, the Atchoo Jambalaya River. And then, oh yeah, the Milky Skin Bridge, or whatever the hell I was calling it, the Wilkinson, the Milky Man Bridge. Oh, wait, are we gonna pass? Oh, I think we're gonna exit before the Milky Man Bridge. Dang it! Oh, damn it, Bobby! Damn it, Bobby! Damn it, Bobby! Oh, okay, I can't do. I'm terrible with voice impressions. I can kind of do it sometimes, but also I kind of can't do it. Damn it, Bobby. Okay. Oh, slow the frick down. Where are you going? Are you going to go? Please don't go right. Thank you. Eh, sucker, going to Port Allen. I almost forgot to turn. Okay. Alright, looky loo. We're heading. Oh, well, that way's closed. Plaque Mine? Who goes to Plaque Mine? That's a stupid name for a city anyway. This does not feel. Am I going the right way? This does not feel correct. This feels very wrong. Also, it's very dark. This is, again, why I don't like driving here at the night, because it's in rural areas like... Wait, we're into Baton Rouge, right? Baton Rouge is not rural. Why are we... What's going on? Oh, construction, I guess. Okay, well, they're building the new bridge. Wow, amazing. It's just like real life. There's always construction going on. Oh, Oh, it's the port. Oh, so we're still not going to discover Baton Rouge after all this shenanigans. Wait a second. You think this gate's going to stop me? Psh, nah, sucker. Losers. They think a gate can stop me. The answer is no, it cannot. Then you have to have fences for that stuff. But unfortunately for them, they don't have any money for that. I can do whatever the hell I want. Okay. Where do you need it? It's probably not going to be where you need it. It's probably going to be a... No, what? Oh, A. Yeah, okay. I was going to say. I don't think... It's the, This is the oversized load, so it's going to be almost impossible to back this up into something. So that's why they don't even give you that option, which is fair. You know, fair game. In fact, I see my... Wait, do I have to go in the... I don't have to go in the other way. Thank goodness. Rockport. That is correct. We are at the port, and there are rocks. But you are so correct. Technically correct, and correct. The best kind. Best of both worlds. Perfect. Alright. Let me see where the nearest... Oh, ouchie. Ooh, I got progress for an achievement. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Cool. Probably because I delivered the log harvester, which I think that's the first time I've done that. Let me see where we are, where we need to be, and where we want to go. Probably want to go... Probably honestly want to go here, but I also see the rest zones over here. And this is the gas station, and this is a lot of things. So, let me do this. Yeah, let's do this, and then... Or maybe, let's do this. I'm like, I want to hit this as well. I want to hit, like, these stops so I can get this photo booth and get the cutscene, so... oh, it's gonna make me do... No, I don't want to do that. I want to hit this first. We'll head over this way, and then we'll just, we'll figure it out as we get on to our lives. Where am I? I'm so sorry. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Oh. Have I don't think I've really mentioned it, but yeah, I was about to say, like, oh, I've been on like my era of emo depresso songs, but at this point I can't really say it's an era. I feel like that's just I just have a liking of those songs. Like it's something, I don't know. I have something about it just hits, like the edgy teen. Okay. Change of plans. We're gonna head over here. But yeah, no, something about those kinds of songs hits for whatever reason for me. I realize they're edgy as hell. Some of those lyrics are just like, and I'm just thinking of like examples. I mean, Linkin Park, obviously. Some of Green Day songs, My Chemical Romance, you know, those kinds of bands, you know, they have their songs. I mean, like Linkin Park, I mean, one of my favorite songs from them is Waiting Till the End. And I think that's really just because of, if y'all remember, OG iPhone users out there, y'all remember back in the old days when we had the back when mobile games weren't complete shit, like ad-infested shit. If y'all remember, there was there was a rhythm game called Tap Tap Revenge. Man, that I honestly, I don't know, because like I've been playing rhythm games for quite a while. Even before I started playing like stuff like Love Live and Bondori and D4DJ and Project Sakai, I was playing stuff like Elite Beat Agents, and I honestly want to say I think Tap Tap Revenge may have a shot at being my first rhythm game that I played, although maybe Elite Beat Agents was before that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but either way, it's one of the first rhythm games I played, right? So that was... How have I still not discovered Baton Rouge, by the way? What is going on here? Do I have to go over here, apparently, for that. Oh, I have... Wait, did I... Wait. Oh, I did discover Baton Rouge. When did I discover Baton Rouge? Hold on a minute. Okay, sure. I don't remember seeing a message saying welcome to Baton Rouge or whatever, or you've discovered Baton Rouge. I don't think that was a thing. Or maybe it was, and I was just very stupid, and I was just probably yapping and not even paying attention. That's actually very likely. That's very likely. In fact, it's so likely that I completely forgot what I was talking about, so I guess we're done now. I guess we're done with the point I was taking. Yeah, because actually, I legitimately forgot about what I was talking about. Yeah, I love when that happens. God, I feel like it was something I actually was making a good point on, but oh well, it's all gone forever. It's something we will not remember what it is. I hope they modeled the football stadium of LSU. I kind of doubt they did, because I feel like that will probably be like, you know, university, campus, residential area, not where the truck drive. But I'd like to see, at least in the cutscene, like kind of the football stadium. I mean, they did that for New Orleans, obviously, because it's right off the highway, but it'd be kind of nice to see a little bit of the football. And I'd like to say, in terms of historically speaking, I don't think the game really... I mean, it really depends on whether it's kind of near areas where trucks would drive, which, relatively speaking, has not really happened that much, so in a sense, it's kind of a hit or miss. That they never miss. But maybe, I don't know. Football's so, I feel like, well, maybe not so culture or like key to culture. I feel like it's just key to culture in the South in general, but I think like my first thought is Texas, you know, is like hella football, like I guess more like high school football, but like they got their college football teams, and you know there's the Cowboys, so they got their alliances there, allegiances and all that. But oh, I have to enter this gate for this. Oh, that's annoying. Beep beep. Honk honk. Hello? Hello, I would like to enter your establishment. Oh no. Oh no. I was almost about to hit it, and then I hit the gate, which is whatever. I'm pretty damaged already. Both in this game and real life. Okay. Okay, there goes some more of my money, but that's fine. Okay, now let's get into the rest zone. We're almost... I think we pretty much hit every city except Monroe. I think, right? Monroe was the last one we need to hit? Because we hit the Ritter. And I think... Was there a city that I missed otherwise? No. Okay, so Monroe's the only one I still need to hit. And then, yeah, we still need to get to the Tabasco sauce industry over here. So let me try and find something that goes to Monroe. And then maybe try and find something that goes to Lafayette, or worst case, I'll just transport over and drive myself over, and then we might just end it there. I don't know if I have the power in me to drive another long ass trip that's going to take an hour plus. Like I don't know if that's really going to be the best idea. But I think we made some pretty good progress. So otherwise, you know, relatively speaking, got some good views of most of the major highways around this state, and overall, yeah, I would say if you're on the fence about getting this DLC, I would definitely recommend it. You know, it's not that expensive. Like, okay, like what? It's like $11.99, $12.99. Where am I going? Okay, well, oh right, I was gonna rest. I'm such an idiot. I'm an idiot sandwich. That's fine. I'll just damage myself again and have to go back and get more repairs. But first, let me get some rest. Some goddamn rest. But no, the point I was trying to make was, yeah, no, this is good. And I think the way I like to think about it, and I think the way that a lot of people think about it, is that, you know, it's $11.99, and yeah, that's money, but, like, if you really think about it, like, with how expensive, like, stuff is, like, you know, food, coffee, other things that you can buy... Is $11.99 really that expensive in the grand scheme of things, especially if you think about how, well, wow, there's a random market there. I didn't even notice that in the day. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, with the number of hours you'd probably be spending, you know, driving around this this state and all that, I feel like it makes more than anything makes up for the amount you're gonna pay. So, at least that's my thought. Okay, let me do another. Or back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Okay. Okay, so now let me go and see what we have for jobs. Okay, Baton Rouge. Let me see if there's anything from Monroe. Or at least going that direction. I guess it doesn't really have to stop at Monroe. It would be kind of nice if it did, but it doesn't really have to. In fact, if anything, maybe it might be nice to go over to Arkansas so we can kind of get some of these roads in, just kind of connections and stuff. Let's see if there's anything not too far off. That might be pretty good, actually, this one to El Dorado, and then I can kind of take a little bit of a detour. Let's do that. I think that'd be nice. Let's get some gasoline going. Okay. Hoi, 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 hoi. Wait, what? 4 hours, 45 minutes? Hold on a minute. How? What the hell? Huh? That doesn't seem right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something a little cheatsy, and it's called I'm gonna transport myself to Baton Rouge, which I'm already kind of in it already, but... Hey, $0. Hey, nice. Wait, don't tell me it's gonna take me over. I mean, I guess this is technically the only repair area in this entire area. That's so stupid though, because if I need to get all the way over here, if I need to go like one of these places, you're telling me I have to go all the way around over here and then go all the way back. That's 4 hours 45 minutes, brother. Ay ay ay. Is there not? There has to be. Okay. Okay, here's my idea. I'm just like, I was like brain mode thinking there for a second. Let's take another job. That's not what I wanted to do. Whoopsies, I meant to do this one. Okay, let's do another job. Let's I don't know, let's start port. Start somewhere. Homa to Port Fortune, Homa to Port Fortune. We can start Lafayette maybe. Yeah, this might be better. Lafayette to El Dorado. And then a mobile crusher. Oh, it's a heavy haul job. That's okay. I'm set for heavy hauls. And then the other thing is then I can transport myself over, quick travel, break some immersion, quick travel over to Lafayette. And then hopefully that's closer, I hope. Please tell me. Oh, it's right there. Okay, thank God. Okay. Right, that was gonna be like, if it's another 4 hours 45 minutes, I'm gonna be very upset. Not very upset. I'm gonna be slightly upset, slightly disappointed. Anyway. Okay. Swoop. Yeah, I really should check. Going back to the whole Gakumas thing. I think that it might have already happened. It might have already started actually. I would check that later. I feel like it. I mean, they did do the stream, the preview stream of her thing. So I feel like that means that it's probably going to either start today or maybe that's too soon. Maybe it starts tomorrow. It definitely starts soon. It's going to start, I think, this weekend. So no matter what, I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to be streaming a little bit of that, a little bit of gameplay, trying to get her stories, her level, her step 3 stories. I need to create the thumbnail for that actually. The wonderful thumbnails of my face attached to all the character models, which, yeah, I realize it's been a while since I've done a Gakuma stream. Well, not in general, but like with the step 3 characters, because like the other ones that have happened recently, I just haven't been motivated to really do a stream of. Just because I don't think it's really feasible for me to get all the runs done in a single stream, unless I do like a really long stream. What the freak? I thought that was a person for a second, like a giant tree statue of a person, or person tree statue thing. That's weird. Okay. But yeah, now that it's a character I actually kind of really like, I was like, if it's gonna be like Temari or Lilia, then hell yeah, I'm gonna stream it. So I guess now that it is Lilia, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I guess I know what to do. I say it's because it's like I say I stream Gakumas as one of my main games, which is honestly kind of falsehood more than anything, because I don't really stream it that often. I feel like I can't really I'm not qualified to call myself a Gakumas streamer. But given how niche the game is, you know, I do feel, what the this is this is not enough. Excuse me, this is not enough space. You're really just cramping my style here. Anyway, yeah, no. Given the fact that the game is kind of niche, I feel like I'm kind of qualified to say, like, at least I know how to play. At least I'm kind of decently good. I'm not a master or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not so fine-tuned to what the meta cards are. Like, I'm not even that good at figuring out, like, I don't even know what the current good meta cards are right now. All I know is, like, yeah, it's decently good enough. I'll just take that. I feel like I have some potential to maybe get a little bit better at that, but I'm still kind of satisfied with how I am right now. Okay, oh my god, I forgot this is a wide load, and also heavy. Oh my god, Jesus H, look at this, look at the size of that thing. That's what she said, that's what she didn't say. Damn. Oh, speaking of which, and I don't know why this suddenly came to mind when I was saying that, I finally got a figure that I've been waiting for. Because yeah, obviously I collect figures now. I'm just like, yeah, but I do. One of the many expensive hobbies I have is collecting figures. Oh Lord. Okay. But yeah, I buy figures, you know, and yes, that is an expensive hobby. It's gotten even more expensive due to the tariffs and stuff. Which the tariffs have just put so much stupidity on stuff because it's like it's so because I mainly shop like Ami, which is like kind of a big store of all the kind of the figures and stuff. You pre-order, you don't pay until they're ready to ship it out, which is kind of both good in a way, but also kind of bad for future planning because it's like you can have, you know, a month come up suddenly. It's like, oh, 3 figures are about to be ready to be shipped, and it's like, oh, get ready to pay for all of them, and it's like, excuse me, but yeah, well, I don't buy that many to begin with. Like my standard for figures is honestly pretty high. Like I try not to buy stuff. I used to try not to buy stuff from stuff I don't play. Like if it's not a franchise I'm familiar with, I'm not going to buy it. But then I kind of broke that rule when I bought the figures of St. Louis, which I have never played and will probably honestly never play Azur Lane. But that freaking dress is honestly iconic, and screw the rules, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy both of them, and I did. And I don't regret that. Maybe I kind of regret it a little bit, but like every time my mom, you know, it's funny because like my mom generally likes my figures. Actually, she's like, oh, they're cute, they're nice, they're well designed, I like them. But then when she saw the St. Louis one, she was like, oh, they look cold. I'm just like, okay, that's the politically correct way of putting it, I guess, of being like, these these bitches need clothes. Like, damn, okay. What are you doing? Oh, you're turning, Jesus. I was like, why are you going so straight, bus? Which is fair. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about with the St. Louis dresses, first of all, if you don't know, damn, I'm sorry, but also, oh, okay. But basically, it's like this the St. Louis, I guess, dress. The costume is like this very revealing dress, very revealing sleeveless, backless dress that definitely shows a lot of and backless, yeah, sleeveless, backless, very revealing. Yeah, it's pretty much like she's wearing nothing at all, nothing at all, nothing at all. But nah, it's iconic. I mean, heck, I knew about it, and I don't even play Azur Lane, so it's definitely one of those costumes that I think transcends fandom. So as soon as I saw that they were releasing, as soon as I saw that they were releasing like the figure, and I was like, ooh, yeah, and then I saw that another one was being released, and I was like, well, I'll buy both, you know, fuck it, you know, why not? And then now I have them sitting there in my figure collection. The most questionable of my figures, although that title is to be usurped soon. Usurped? I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah, that title's gonna very much vanish and be relinquished to a figure that I got of very, very explicit. Well, I shouldn't say that. Let's just say it's not something I don't... It's honestly, it's a figure I don't even think I want to show my mom, because if I show that, she'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Not in that way. I'm not saying it's like that explicit, but it shows the booba. Let's just say it shows the booba. It's not so explicit. There are explicit don't get me wrong, there are figures out there that are... wow. Like, straight up, like... the characters like having sex, like in the position like that kind of thing. Those are kind of rarer though. I feel like most of the 18 plus figures like are either like cast-offs, or if they aren't cast-offs, they're just like kind of in like normal positions, they just don't have any clothes is the thing. There are some that are kind of a bit more risque in the positions, the eye gouges, all the other stuff there, but yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's rare to see actual, like, penetration in a figure, which is really weird to say, but it is kind of rare. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's just not a market for that. I think it's more so just, like, kind of most of the people who buy those types of figures aren't don't necessarily want to see the peeing. You know, they aren't like me, where it's just like I don't mind the peeing. In fact, sometimes I want the peeing, but turns out there's a majority of those people are actually straight and they don't want to see other people's dicks. Who knew? You know, what a surprise! What a shock! That's crazy. But which that is honestly kind of something that I've always found funny growing up, because in my mindset I've always thought, you know, like other people, like you know seeing the types of things, it's just like for example, in like, and this is getting really kind of in a weird subject, but like with porn and stuff, it's just like or like stuff where it's like, you know, like in like people like trolls and bots, like when they post like it's like clips of gay porn and stuff, and people are like, oh gross, I don't want to see that, and I'm like, that's not the worst thing I've seen. In fact, I don't really mind seeing that. And then, you know, seeing other people's reactions being like, oh gross, I don't want to see this, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, made me realize something. It's like, maybe I'm not in the majority here. Maybe I'm not exactly straight. And then that kind of led to a lot of discoveries. All fun journeys. Oh wait, I just realized something. I've not been. I almost forgot to not set the correct path. I hope this is gonna be enough to get me to Monroe. If this doesn't count as me going to Monroe, I'm gonna be sad. We'll see. I think hopefully if I go through here, like in this highway, this counts as me going through Monroe, and if it doesn't, we'll just have to teleport ourselves near them. Okay, perfect. It's a little bit of a detour, but you know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind the detours. Yeah, I think, okay, we're approaching 3 hours. I think plan in my mind is, ooh, nice Bayou. Is nice Bayou, that's my plan. No, is we'll finish this off, hopefully check off Monroe, get all the cities in order, and then transport ourselves over to Lafayette and end our day on the plantation. I shouldn't say that's horrible. I'm so sorry. That's bad. And at the factory, the Tabasco factory, and enjoy our time there, and then end stream and call it a night. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then yeah, I'll have to see whether the Gakumas thing. If Gakumas is not, I guess I'll say this: if Lilia's Step 3 isn't available right now, or if it's not going to be available tomorrow, I'll probably stream either like Fall Guys or like an Umamusume Fall Guys, you know, Fall Guys Friday, you know, try and get myself closer to Superstar. Or I might stream a Umamusume. Either way, I'm going to try and announce that in advance. So I might just do that right after ending the stream, be like, okay, and then just like put an announcement to either like, get ready on Friday, 6 p.m. And it's going to be 6 p.m. because I feel like that's pretty consistent with how I do it. But yeah, it's like, oh, Friday, 6 p.m., get ready for blank. And then, you know, just have that ready. I think I've talked myself, the longer I've gone on the stream, I think I've talked myself more into that rather than actually creating a schedule, because I feel like that's a little bit, and maybe not so much of a schedule, but like a general guideline of being like, hey, like I will generally play this game on these days, or I'll play this game on these days. But I don't want to limit myself to be like, even that I feel like is still a bit limiting, so maybe I'm just going to be like, you know, post stuff in advance, even if it's like the day before. Like, I still feel like that's better than just like spontaneously being like, hey, like here's the stream. Brown water. It gives me some, you know, like, not credibility, but it gives me some kind of like, it gives the viewer, I feel like, some, speaking as a viewer myself, I feel like it's better just to, you know, be able to get a heads up notice of like, oh, this guy's going to be streaming on that day in this specific time, rather than just kind of relying on spontaneous, like, oh, yeah, I'm available at this time, sure, let's tune in, when I know that's usually not going to be the case. Like, I know I'm usually in the minority when it comes to not having plans, usually, and just being free to be like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll just join in and just kind of randomly watch this, when I feel like there's a good number of people that don't have that and usually have plans and would like to know about when streams happen and have that planned in advance. So it's fully understandable. But yeah, Fall Guys, if it isn't gonna be, so yeah, I guess that's you heard it here, folks, or you wow, English, you heard it here, you heard it here first, folks. That was a tongue twister for me for whatever reason. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. Oh my God, wow, you hear first, you hear first. Folks, you hear first. Oh, I was about to say folks again. You heard it here first, everybody. There we go. Okay, I shouldn't say folks. I think that just gets me confused. You heard it here first. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., get ready for something, whether that be Fall Guys. I guess it's an if-else. My computer science nerd speaking is just like, if Gakuma Step 3 begins either today or tomorrow, then it's a Gakuma stream, else it's Fall Guys. So, one of the two, we'll find out. I'll make the announcement sooner rather than later once I find out when that actually becomes available. In fact, it might be available right now. Let me check Twitter. If it's available, it would probably be on Twitter right now. So I'm gonna do some multitasking, and we're gonna see how that be. Oh Jesus, this is what happens when you multitask and don't pay attention to the road. Let's see, doesn't look like the Lilia stuff is available yet. So my question then is, when is it going to be available? That is really the question that we have for ourselves. And so that means I'm going to have to go to the official Twitter account, of Gakumas, and get that all squared up. When are you going to be available? Atmosphere. Okay, her song's name is called Atmosphere, I guess, for those of you who are curious. When are you going to happen? Please tell me now. Oh, there we go. Discover Monroe. Perfect. Okay, that's all the cities. We did it. Woo! We did it. We did it, everybody. We have discovered every city in Louisiana. 12-9. Oh shoot, it might not be for a little bit then. Okay. It's decided. Fall Guys tomorrow. Fall Guys stream tomorrow. Everybody look forward to me struggling to get wins and struggling to try and get to... I don't think I'm going to get to Superstar tomorrow in one stream. I think it's still going to take a couple of streams. Right now I think I'm at Gold 2, I want to say. City of Monroe, nice. Yeah, I think I'm at Gold 2 right now. So it's going to take... because it's going to be like Gold and then Ace... or... is it Gold, Ace, Star, Superstar? Something like that. And then I think starting from Ace, it gets really difficult because then you start, you basically need to start getting wins, or otherwise you're only going to get like 10 points at a time or something, which I still don't like. Not the biggest fan of. Okay, I didn't think I was going to crash into you, but you know what? You proved me wrong otherwise. Okay. I'm not centered, by the way. There we go. I was like, I just realized I'm kind of off kilter a little bit. Go. Not my model, I'm just saying. Actually, yes, my model too. Oh, wait a second, I'm busy, please. No, wait a second. Ah! Get out of the way, honk honk. Get out of the way, honk honk. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, lordy. Oh. This is why you don't multitask, folks. This is why you focus on the road. This is a lesson in what not to do. Don't follow my lead. Oh, look at that. Oh, I know this song. Okay, well, that was all wonderful. What was I doing before crashing? What was I doing? Something about Fall Guys? I feel like there was something I was doing that I don't even know. Whatever. Okay. Oh, I gotta discover Monroe again. Dang it. It's fine. Once we get past Monroe, it's pretty much a straight shot into Arkansas anyway, so... Arkansas. I am confusion. Why is this one pronounced Kansas, but this one is pronounced I don't remember the exact wording. I actually don't really like that. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I quote that one, I actually really don't like that vine that much. Like, it's one, it kind of drags on. I don't think it's actually a vine, because it's longer than 6 seconds for sure, so I don't know what it is, but... Or maybe it is a vine, and maybe it just kind of skirted the rule somehow, or maybe it's a compilation of 2 or 3 of them, or whatever. It kind of drags on a little bit, and then it's just like, explain America, what do you mean? What do you mean in Arkansas? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the exact wording of it, except certain parts. So, I am confusion. LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James. I have to make myself, it's not even that funny. What am I doing? It's not even that funny. Also, it's suddenly cloudy? Okay. Apparently I loaded up in a save where it's suddenly cloudy. I love that for me. Okay. Oh god, the train's coming. Wait, the question is the train gonna cross the road? Because that would be kind of unfortunate. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, we're good, we're good. It's running parallel. It's not gonna cross the road. It understands its limits. It understands how it be sometimes. Unrelated, but I feel like I was gonna go into a whole thing about the games that I was playing. I was gonna remember again. it's anticlimactic now that we do it again, but I was gonna it's like, I think did I mention I finished Power Wash Simulator? I don't think I did. Why did I think at some point I was talking about games, and then I think I might have gone on a little bit of a tangent, but maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I have talked about how I finished Power Wash Simulator, but maybe I didn't. But okay, I finished Power Wash Simulator 2 yesterday. Fun times, honestly. Really good. I really enjoyed the ending. I did not. This may be a little bit of spoilers, but I did not expect the cutscene. You know, I think the first game just kind of ended, and I was like, okay, cool. And so I was like, oh, okay. I kind of expected the same thing to happen after the final map. But then, you know, it was like the little cutscene that happened afterwards, and I was like, oh, it's kind of cute. And then you see all the things there, and it's like, oh, okay. I won't go too deep into specifics because I don't want to do too many spoilers, but it's a nice cutscene. So at the end, so I did really enjoy that. I kind of, on the one hand, you know, obviously I enjoyed I really did love that game. Oh, I think what happened earlier, what I was talking about how, you know, like I was relaying it back to how I haven't really been playing this game as much. And that's the whole thing of like, oh yeah, I haven't really been playing this game, instead I've been playing Power Wash Simulator. And then somehow for one reason or another, I just did not talk about how I actually finished the game, because I've been kind of binge playing it over the last few days. Yeah, last few days I've been kind of binge playing it and then just kind of trying to finish it as quickly as possible, which honestly is not the best thing, because now I don't have anything else to do in the game because I got all the achievements. And now at this point I think I'm just waiting for the extra DLCs and stuff, which is a shame, but you know what? That's fine. It gives me some time to actually play some of the other games on my library. That's the word. Yeah. In fact, if anything, I got I know this is old news at this point, but I got Mega Bonk, which is the hit roguelike that everybody's been raving about. So I got that because, well, it's not on sale, so I don't know why. I think no, it is on sale actually. Yeah, it is on sale. I mean the base game was $9.99. It's not really that expensive, but why are we not going? Oh. I mean, I knew why we weren't going. I'm just like, why am I not going, even though I'm pressing the gas pedal right now? Also, this song. How did I not realize it was this song until like right now? But yeah, Mega Bonk. So maybe I might do a stream of that. Who knows? I mean, it's like it's gonna be like, oh, you're hopping on the trend really late, but yeah, you know, who knows? Maybe I might do that. And then, what else? I've been playing... There was a puzzle game that I played, which honestly, the more I've been playing it, the more I'm like, it really feels like it should be a phone game. It's called Invento, where it's like basically you're just trying to arrange like patterns of like food into like the desired like kind of pattern. It's like kind of a bentos. It's fun. It's definitely it's easy at first, and then it definitely gets really more and more challenging. So it's one of those things where it's just like at this point I'm like, well, okay, oh, what are we doing? I'm turning left too, so suck on that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Hello? Excuse me, if you're turning from the left lane, you need to stay in the left lane. Brother. Somebody's not following the laws of traffic. That person is also not me. Or that person is not me. Or that person is me as well. I'm trying to say that. I'm also not following traffic. Anyway. Yeah, let's see. Well, now that I finished Power Wash Simulator, it's the thing is, like, I have a little kind of weird hole in my heart of, like, well, what game do I play now? I guess I can, I mean, this game, right? I get back into Drive. The only issue is, and this is me being so lazy, but it's just, like, I have to set up my wheel, like, I have to, like, connect the wheel to my desk here, which, honestly, doesn't take that long, but then it's just, like, it's still effort. So, I think that is a very, very small reason why I don't really have been playing this game as much is because I'm too lazy to set up my wheel. to the 1 to 2 minutes time it takes to set up my wheel. But yeah, I don't know. Also, this is a good song. I like this one. Okay. Well, I think we're about to hit the border. I think unless we already, oh, there, yeah, wow, I was exactly right. We're right about to hit the border. Nice. I am 100% correcto. Okay. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Look at that sign over there. Welcome to Arkansas. Welcome to Arkansas. Home of Ozark Country? I couldn't read that very well. Okay, something like that, I guess. Alright, well, we already kind of know what this is, but that's okay. It's like I've already traveled this road. Well, technically I haven't traveled this road, but we're about to get into a road that I've traveled a many time. But that is okay. Because that was the point. I was trying to get roads that were kind of a little... or trying to connect to roads or like Arkansas or like above there at least. We'll just take the 1 hour drive over there, and then we'll head over to Lafayette, get to the Tabasco factory, and then we should be good. Hey Gore, thanks for the lurk as always, much appreciated. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Hope you're having a good day. Just driving across, well, we're not in Louisiana anymore. We ain't in Louisiana, but we were driving in Louisiana. I mean, we're gonna hop over there after this. Now we're in Arkansas. Also, I'm just noticing the sky is very weird. It was vibrating for a second, that's not correct. If there's one thing I know about the sky is that it does not vibrate. So, yeah, that was weird. Okay. It's normal now, but it was like, for a second there, I was just looking up and there was like something like shaking. I was like, that's not right. That's not correct, according to the encyclopedia. Right. But yeah, man, I feel like there's other games that did I talk about... I don't think I talked about this on stream. I got Sonic Frontiers on... It was... Oh, you know what? I probably have talked about this. I think I remember talking about this earlier. Way in an earlier stream. But I'll talk about it again, because fuck it, why not? Yeah, I got Sonic Frontiers on sale. Hella sale. I think it was like 80% off, so I was like, of course I'm gonna buy it. You know, why not? It's one of those things. Usually I don't buy games just for the sake of buying games. Like, I usually just buy games if they're on my list, I've been interested in them. And then there's the rare case where it's like if a game is heavily on sale and it's one that I've, you know, like heard about or like kind of am semi-interested in, I'll be like, yeah, well, I'll buy it, sure, why not? And then so that's how I got Sonic Frontiers. And the more I'm talking about this, the more I realize I definitely talk about this, because I was about to get into the point of, oh, I haven't played a Sonic game since Sonic Heroes and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, I've talked about this before, so. But I guess that's another game I can play. That goes back into the whole thing of open world games, because that is also an open world game, and I've also been really enjoying just kind of exploring that kind of uninhabited island and trying to kind of collect coins and stuff, because that's been a fun time there. So yeah, that's fun stuff. And then also the Sonic gameplay, which I'm not an expert Sonic game player by any means, so that one was just that's a little bit of a struggle, but it's fine. It's only a part of the game. I wouldn't say it's the biggest part, but it is a part. And the other part is like kind of the open world stuff, which is also kind of a little bit more Sonic platformer, but is more 3D Sonic platform, kind of the modern one, compared to, I think the levels are kind of more of a classic, kind of, I don't want to say limited, but kind of limited to kind of a certain areas of where you can go. So in that sense, you know, it's the best of both worlds, and you know, it makes sense why people have been kind of raving about it, because I was reading about it, and it seemed like people generally enjoyed it, which is good, because it feels like in my lifetime, it feels like most of the modern Sonic games have all just been complete busts. Sonic 06, but even Sonic Heroes, which I look back on favorably, apparently was not rated favorably for whatever reason. I don't know. Like I said, you know, nostalgia speaking, but I enjoyed it. But then again, you know, when I last played it, I think this was like a couple of years back when I was back home, and I was like, oh, I'll play some PS2 games for nostalgia's sake. And then I booted up Sonic Heroes, and I was like, this is not as good as I remembered. It's like, this gameplay's not as that good. Who would have thought? I mean, the music still hit. Especially, there was the casino levels. I think it was like Bingo, whatever. The soundtrack for that, oh, chef's kiss, beautiful, love it. Oh man. Also, the theme of that game in general, Sonic Heroes, such a good song. Sonic Heroes, Sonic Heroes, sing to the because I forgot the lyrics. Okay, where do you need it? You need it right there. Easy, easiest delivery of my life, easiest delivery of the millennium, of the century. I don't know why I said it like that, because millennia and century are millennia is more than century, so it's like, what is going on? Are we stuck? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, well, there goes the easiest delivery of my life. Alright, well, whatever. Skip it. I'm not gonna do the whole thing of backing up and trying that again, because that's not gonna work. Okay. So, now that we've got that, I think what we're gonna do next is... Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so, I'm gonna transport myself over to Lafayette real quick, and then we're gonna head over to Flavor Fair, otherwise known as the Tabasco Factory. And we're gonna have ourselves a grand old time of looking around there. And then I think we're gonna end the stream, so... I think that's my plan, and I think we're gonna go there. Missouri. Okay. Missouri. Okay. Only reason why I said that was because that like Missouri was right there. Okay. Alright. Actually, you know what? Let me go... This is gonna be really stupid, but for the sake of trying to get completionist me, I'm just gonna go this way so I can go out the other entrance so I can get that road marked as traveled. As you can see, it is currently not traveled, so let me just get that out of the way. Habamo, wabamo, shabamo, and there we go. It's the little things. But yeah, I think we're about to just... are we about to hit a road? No, this is a road that we haven't traveled, actually, so that works out beautifully. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. Little Shepherds. It reminds me of Shepherd's Pie. I don't know why. Or, I mean, I obviously know why. I think it's more so, like, I've never had Shepherd's Pie. Have I had Shepherd's Pie? I don't think I have. Yeah, I haven't. Okay, well. Fun fact, I guess. Shepherd's Pie. There's a lot of things that because I mentioned this before, right? Because I don't really cook for myself that much, mainly because I don't really have much motivation to cook for myself. If I was living with a significant other, or like with my parents, or like if I was living with like somebody else or something, like not even roommates, because even if I have roommates, I still probably wouldn't. But maybe I'd have a little bit more motivation to cook for myself, or to cook, than I have to cook for other people, and then it's not just for myself, and I can just eat whatever the hell I want. But generally speaking, I feel like for me, it's just like I don't really have motivation to just, you know, spend the effort to have to, you know, cook for myself, do all the prep for that, and then on top of that, do the cleaning afterwards. Because in my mind, I just justify it as, well, okay, but then I can just like, you know, eat something that's a lot more easier to prepare, and then don't have to deal with all the stuff afterwards. But there is a little bit of me that definitely wants to get back, or not get back. It's like I even cooked in the first place. But like really do want to get into cooking because it's always been and I've said this on many stream, but like it's like paradoxical how I enjoy the idea of cooking. Like I've watched tons of cooking shows as a kid. Like Food Network was one of the channels that I would reliably go on, other than like the cartoon stuff, like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, that kind of thing. But for some reason, like even with that interest, and even nowadays, I still kind of enjoy like kind of watching cooking shows. Yeah, and just kind of reading up on cooking techniques and stuff. Even then, something about like the whole actually cooking and the idea of cooking to me are two separate things, and so it's just like, well, okay, I don't really want to cook. But I think I just need to get over that hurdle because there's definitely things that, you know, I've definitely been very interested in, just I never really had the motivation. It's not even that I don't have the time too, because like I mentioned, like I get off of work relatively early. Like I come back home around 4. If I leave early, it's usually like I can get home like at 4 at the earliest. But like usually I get home around 5 o'clock at the latest for me. So like it's not like I don't have time to really prepare the things that I would need to prepare. Oh, there we go. We're slowly approaching it. Unimaginably hot jalapeno. It's the Tabasco hot sauce. So yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a little weird. Excuse me. Thank you. Jesus. Oh man, you can tell we're getting close because we're seeing all the signs for the hot sauce, unimaginably hot. Oh wow, what an apt song, Like Fire. We got a song called Like Fire as we're about to approach the Tabasco hot sauce company. What an actual coinky dink. Reduce speed ahead, more like increase speed ahead. Vroom vroom. Speed bumps ahead, more like speed humps. Speed bumps? I didn't even feel those. Haha. Yep, there we go. Ooh, pause. Hold on. Stop. Jalapeno hot sauce by Flavor Fair. Let me get in here and see what else we got here. Restaurant, factory tours, souvenir shop, gardens. Sweet. All right. Well, let's take a look around and see what we got over. Oh wow! Look at that. Look at what we got over here. Nice. Yeah. This is Avery Island. This is loosely based off of like Avery Island, which is where Tabasco is made. If you didn't know, so got this nice little area here. Yeah, look at that. We got the restaurant. Oh, we can't go to the restaurants. Oh man. Oh man, you can't even go to the factory tours either, or the souvenir shop. What the hell, man? I wanna go to a restaurant. I want to go to a souvenir shop. Yeah, man. We're just gonna block that off for us. Shaking my head. Whatever. Okay. Okay, here's that. Hold on. Let me just remove that. Wait. Now that we're here, let me just remove the waypoint. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna take my sweet ass time around here. Jalapeno pepper sauce. Yeah, look at that. That's where they keep that's where they keep it. That's where they have it. Okay. Oh yo 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 yo. Yo 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 yoing. Okay. Oh, look at that. Another photos. It's a nice photo zone here. Jalapeno by Flavor Fair. Yep, this is where they have the hot sauce. Gonna. What's it good? Sure. There we go. Nice. Okay, and then there's a little checkpoint over here, so let me just drive myself over. Oh, okay, no, here's where the here's where all the establishment things are. Here's the restaurant, I think. I think, or the gift shop. Oh, here's the gift shop. Oh shit, yeah, gift shop. Okay, yeah, I gotta stop by here. Give me some souvenirs. All the trinkets that one could possibly want. Okay, Stop here and let's look a little bit of the cutscene at where Avery Island. Okay, so at least they can say Avery Island, but they can't say the actual like Tabasco because that's copyright and all that. But yeah, look at that. Nice little trees. I don't know what type of trees those are, but those are definitely very unique trees. So that's pretty fun. Love to see if they're gonna show off where like all the peppers are grown and all that. Look at that. There's a little news report going on. Look at all the buildings, classic buildings over here. Very fun. Nice. My pink ass truck in the background, sticking out like a sore thumb. Yeah. Okay. Well, so far this is just everything I've seen already. I'm hoping that there's more to this than that. But maybe not. I don't know. I can't expect too much. Oh, nope. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh, wait, no. We've seen this before. This is just the factory. Actually, I wonder... Maybe I can start a delivery here and then go out to deliver the hot sauce over. That would be kind of... I wonder if there's an achievement for that. There might be, actually. Well, hold on. Before we do that, let me just drive around a little bit. Let me just kind of do a little bit more driving, and then maybe I'll see. Well, let me see if there's a achievement for delivering from here, because there are some achievements that's like deliver from this area to anywhere else. Like I think it's like the for example like the Oakland and like the San Francisco ports like deliver. It's either to or from there. It's like deliver to or from this area is the kind of thing. So. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. See, okay, and there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now we're starting to get into the some houses over here. Some people live here, apparently. Apparently people live here, what a shocker. Nah, but this is all good. All fun and good. Is this a hidden road? Nope. That's blocked off. That's the other thing. I haven't found. Oh, I haven't really been looking that hard, but I haven't found a hidden road yet, which is all right, I guess. But kind of hoping. Is that hidden? Nope, that's also blocked off. Dang it, Bobby. Oh no, okay, that's a gap. Dude, I was about to drive over that, but that's probably not a good idea. Let me do one last go around, just hit that last road that's still unmarked, and then let me do a little bit of a look-see and make sure. Either way, even if there is an achievement for delivering out here, I'm still probably just gonna end it here because I don't really want to spend another too much time. It's already kind of getting late for me, and I'm have to get ready for work, even though it's at home. You know, there's still that. So. You know, it is what it is. What's over here? Okay, this is the field, the gardens, right? Oh, yes, the gardens. Okay. Yes. Wait a second. This feels like a road I can go on. Huh? Hidden road? Hidden road? Hidden road? Hidden road! We did it! Yes! Yas, queen! Yas! 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 I don't know. I'm too excited about this, but I like discovering the hidden roads. Oh, it's kind of fun to kind of, because it always kind of leads to something kind of a little fun thing that you can discover about places. For example, me discovering Mount Sunflower, which is like the highest point in Kansas, which isn't actually like a mountain. It's just kind of, I think, where Kansas meets Colorado, so it's like technically the highest point in that city, but or like in the state, but not actually. Or it is, but you know, it's not actually. But oh my God! Wow, look at all these ways that we can go. Damn. Okay. What is this? Caution! Do not feed the alligators. Huh? There's alligators. Oh, there are. Oh my God, there are. Hold the front door. Oh my God, there are alligators. Oh my. Yeah, look at that. Oh man, look at that. Look at that specimen. Dang. Did I also just see people? Wow, there are just people. I don't like that. Well, you know what? That isn't as bad as the monstrosity that we saw at DeRuyter or whatever, DeRuyter, wherever that was. That's that horrible monstrosity. At least the legs here are relatively normal. Not this guy, but the lady at least. Crocodile. Okay. Or alligator. Sorry, alligator, crocodile. They're very different. Very different creatures. Wait, can I go this way? Caution, don't feed the alligators. Can I go this way? Please tell me I can go this way. Dang it. I actually thought that was a way. It looked like it. I think that's just the pedestrian way, though. Oh, no. Oh, did I get stuck? Oh, no. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. You got stuck. Okay. I guess I'm driving backwards now. Alright, we're driving backwards. This is going to be very confusing for me. What is this? Beware of alligator. Yeah, you're telling me. You know what, screw it, I'm not going to drive backwards. Please. Oh, I'm going to hit the tree. Am I going to hit the tree? The answer is no, because I'm a skill driver. Okay, there we go. We're good. Look at all these people. Look at that selfie stick. Psh, so 2015. Man, this actually goes a lot more than I thought it would. Not that I'm complaining, because, like, it's pretty nice. Got all the, Is that, whoa, hold on. Is that a pelican swan bird thing? Pelican swan bird? I know those. Oh, hey, it's a car. I thought it was actually moving. Oh, we are shaking. I mean, we are on, like, this, like, gravel road, so, like, I understand why we're shaking, but we are shaking. Oh, boy. Okay. Wow. No, but this is nice. I like this. I was not expecting there to be such a big patch of hidden road, but this is definitely a pleasant surprise. And I'm also driving like a frickin' crazy person, which I always kind of do that, so that's nothing new, but hold on. I'm trying to drive it in a way that is, you know, not so I don't miss too much of the roads, but I feel like I'm gonna have to make a turn and go back and hit that road that I just kind of passed by. Or here, I'll do it here because I think it's a little bit shorter. Also, I need to zoom. Why? Oh, right, because I was doing the photo. I was like, why am I zoomed in again? That is kind of a bit annoying that it defaultly zooms in like this. Do a heavy turn. There we go. Ooh, what's this? Oh, whoa, what's it? Hello? Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Oh, you are real. I was like, are you real? You real? Oh, what the? Oh, okay. I see what's happening. I reset. Yeah, you are real. I'm not sure. I think you're a Pelican. I mean, I know the New Orleans basketball team is called the Pelicans, so I would assume Pelicans have some relevance in the state. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Like the Utah Jazz. It's like, is there really a relevance of jazz in Utah? It's like, nah. I think it's because it was New Orleans, or no, it was not New Orleans Jazz. I don't know where that name came from. Like the Lakers, too. Los Angeles Lakers. There aren't any lakes in Los Angeles. It's because it used to be the Minneapolis Lakers. Fun fact. They got that going for them. Sometimes names make sense, though. Like, you know, Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, there are Bucks around the state. You know, hunting and all that. So, checks out. Phoenix Suns. You know, there is a sun in Phoenix. So that also works out. Nets, you know, the Brooklyn, New Jersey Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, you know, they have nets. That is absolutely a thing. Ooh, look at this little pathway. That's cute. I like that. Do I have to go? Oh, okay. No, I was like, try to go this way. All right, and with that, I think we've hit every road. I think I missed one road right over to the left. I see a little bit of a gray, so let me just hit that real quick, and then we'll just do a little bit of a way around. Yeah, I think I missed. Yeah, it's like this road here, because I think I went the other way for whatever reason. So let me just kind of do this. Okay, and with that, I think I got all the hidden road there. Nice, nice cock. Okay, very, very Gucci. Nice. Okay, cool. I need to come up with better vocabulary other than just nice and oh, cool. I feel like I can be a bit more better about describing stuff rather than just kind of saying those words. I learned the English language. I know how to speak sometimes. Sometimes, you know, it's debatable. Okay, let's go over. What's straight ahead? Is anything straight ahead? No. Oh, okay. That's probably just a random road or something. All right. Welcome to Flavor Town. With some jalapeno hot sauce. Okay, so with that, I have gotten all of which I know. Yeah, look at that is a big old area. So now you know there's a hidden road over here in Flavor Town. So the more you know. Okay, let me pause real quick. Let me check Steam for something real quick. American Truck Simulator. Okay, cross 2 drawbridges in Louisiana. Iowa. It doesn't look like there's any achievements for delivering out of that area, which is understandable. Honestly, if anything, there aren't that many achievements in Louisiana in general, it seems like. There's really only cross 2 drawbridges, a few cutscenes, and deliver iron pipes, metal coals, and lumber to any shipyard in Louisiana for oil tanker construction. Okay. Alright. Well, I think that's fine then. I think we may... I love how there's just this random patch of roads that don't really lead to anything, but you know what? Maybe we'll explore that in the next time. But there we go. Yeah, we got some pretty damn good progress for Louisiana. Got all the cities. Got pretty good amount of cutscenes, some photos, and we were able to explore Avery Island. So I think overall, pretty successful day. And yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it off. So I'm just gonna let's go back to just chatting and let's sign off. Yeah, so for those of you who weren't here and when I was saying it, I'm gonna try and be a bit more better about posting about streams in advance, not so much about schedules, but like actually just like saying like, oh, I'm gonna be streaming this tomorrow or like in a few days or something like that. So with that being said, that means tomorrow, Friday, which means Fall Guys Friday. So gonna be doing some Fall Guys, continuing to get into more of the ranked knockout, trying to get to the superstar status. Not saying that I will, but trying to make progress into that. So we'll be doing that, start probably around the usual time, so 6 p.m. Pacific, whatever time zone that may be for you all. So look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. But in the meantime, well, 1 second. Yeah, okay, so I think that's going to be it for me. This has been Shino Penguin. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a good rest of your Thursday night or day or whatever it may be for you. And as always, I'll see you in the next stream. And goodbye.